What's up, all you Mario Karters? I hope you're all very excited for a brand spanking new episode of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where not only do we race on old tracks that are now 10 years old, but we race on new tracks, which are also 10 years old. It's kind of a miracle, honestly, the way that Mario Kart 8 has now been playable in some capacity for 10 whole years. To do so, I'm kind of impressed. It's kind of impressive. Anyway, I'm gonna undeafen here. In 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening.
Good evening.
Are you prepared for Mario Kart?
I'm as prepared as I'm gonna be.
You're
I'm
as
a little
ready
bit
as you'll
nervous
ever be.
because you're really good and you've been practicing a little.
I just had to warm up today, that's all.
That's all. That's all.
You can't fault a guy for
Of
doing
course
that.
not. Of course not. I am not warmed up at all, but that's
Well,
okay.
this is a warm up for both of us then. Would you like to do? I'm gonna do 150cc for what it's worth.
Console battery low.
That's
Flip
fucked.
off.
That's fucked.
That's frick. Okay, give me a sec. I'm trying to figure out what to do here in this situation.
No worries. You could always just like plug it into the TV.
That's true. That's true. And then take my laptop over there. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. Right. You're so smart. Okay. Yeah. But I'm sorry, were you asking 150 versus 200cc?
Yeah, I was just gonna say if we want to do 150cc, I am down to do that. Because again, if you're not totally warmed up and whatnot, it doesn't feel fair to like dive right into 200, especially with like a lot of tracks.
Murder me.
People haven't like have you played any of like the DLC or much of the DLC?
I've not any of the new DLC.
Yeah.
So
like some of the tracks are negligibly strange, so it's what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give me just a sec while I get my Switch all set up here and move over the HDMI and all that good stuff.
Then in that case, I'm gonna do like just a race for myself, real fast. You know what I'm saying? It'll be good. I wanna practice. You know what I'm saying? So let's do. Let's just actually, this is the only one I haven't like played more than once, so let's do that one first. It'll be all good. All right. LA Laps is one of those tracks like I just haven't played before. Like I didn't play Tour and I've never been to Los Angeles. That said, I'm surprised that they didn't include the 405 traffic on this track, but what do I know? That's like the lowest hanging fruit, but like, I mean, you gotta pick it, right? Someone's gotta pick it. Oh, that's why we are warming up. That's why we do what we do. Okay, that is not a good telegraph. I was annoyed by that. And that's like fine. I mean, it's like the second time racing this one ever, so it's all good. I like to pretend that I'm very versed at Mario Kart, and then in reality, what ends up happening is I just make myself look like I do, because I understand drifting a little bit. No, that's not it. Because, yeah, I only turn drifting when and wherever possible. Oh boy, LA. I love LA. That's not true. I don't, actually. The last time I was there, I was in 2nd grade, so I don't have a good, like, stance on it. But what I do love is the great LA oil field.
I came back to hearing you say you love the great LA oil field?
Yeah, it's lap 3 of this track. It takes place in the great Los Angeles oil field.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I mean, like, what? Isn't LA known for that and the great Los Angeles dinosaur?
You know what? You're so right.
Oh, no. Well. Alright, have you figured out the Switch situation? The situation?
Yes. The only thing is I think I might need to download the update, but it shouldn't take very long.
No worries.
Hopefully, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you up too.
I'm also just trying to figure out
Yeah.
how to sit so that I can be heard, but also play.
Where you are is a good spot for what it's worth.
Cool. Okay.
Let's do another Riverside Park. Can't I have a grand old time on this bug. This is such like an anti-Mario Kart track. Kind of great. It's like...
Really?
Yeah, Riverside Park for the Game Boy Advance that was like ported to this game. If you didn't know it was from a Mario game, like, you just wouldn't. It's got no Mario adages from the original game. They were all added in this one. Kind of weird. I kind of love it.
Yeah,
that reminds me of
that's fun.
Parkway. I definitely think they could have had the glider there if they made it a little longer, but oh well. It's a very straightforward track, I'd say. Like, there's no anti-gravity, there's no underwater driving, there's only a little verticality, which, like, is fine because it was a Game Boy Advance track, but I mean, they can only adapt it so much.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, apologies if my sound is shifting. Again, I'm trying to find a way to sit on the couch and have the mic at a good distance and be able to hold my controller eventually.
Understandable. You sound really good right now.
Okay, I'm holding my mic, so that's why.
Oh, well, yeah. I suppose if you're trying to do the TikToker video essay type situation and not play the... Not use two hands to play the game, you know? I think...
Does this sound okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, cool.
I do think it's interesting how in this game I think you can play with only one hand. If you turn on the auto accelerate function.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Go. All right.
I set up the room?
Yeah, please do.
All right, let's do it. Give me a second while I do that. All right, while I play, here we go. Friends. Create a room with the friends right now.
I would go to online play?
Yep.
Or wireless play?
Online.
Play.
And you just join the friends. I think
friends.
Like, yeah, if you see a room that I've made.
See it. Match stats 3 to 55. Oh no.
Oh no.
You're about to beat me up.
No, I wouldn't say. There you are. Let's just do
I'll
150.
just go with what I had last time.
Yeah, we'll do 154.
Race.
We'll do normal comm. That seems fair. Just because there's only 2 of us right now.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. 4 races, easy enough. That way, if more
Easy
people
enough.
do join in, we can just play it out and then start a new round.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Works for me. I think there are some people who are going to be joining later, which will be good.
Cool.
But pick your favorite, Beebs.
Oh gosh. See, it's weird because my favorite doesn't even necessarily mean I'm good at it. I just think it's neat usually.
Yeah, I get that.
So let's do. Oh god, I'm running out of time. I guess I have to go random. Okay. Sorry.
That's all good. I picked yeah, Daisy Cruiser. Let's go.
Ooh,
Start off with one of the
okay.
new tracks.
Yeah.
We're on Daisy's ship.
Hmm.
Her cruise liner from Double Dash.
That's
I think.
cool.
Yeah, it was good. It's fun.
Hope she doesn't have any cruise cover-ups though. That'd be real bad.
I just want to let you know that they threw bodies off the side of Daisy's cruiser, and that I would like a corner office because I have the paper that says that this happened. So if you could just do that, like just let me get first place, that would be really good.
That'd be really I mean,
That'd
I'm
be
not
great.
like I don't. It's just I feel like news Wario news doesn't really align with my values. Succession, but it's all Mario characters.
Yeah.
I would watch that.
Mamma
I
mia.
would.
That's like, that's so silly, but I love that.
Who will be the next Mario?
Honestly, like, are we on season 3? We're season 3, like episode
think we're at-
5 or something,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think we're still in the. I don't know. We're
First
either
half
mid-season
season
3
3.
or early season 3. Yeah.
I think we finished episode
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So yeah, I was doing a little Greg posting there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
A little bit of a awkward like. And he's got the little like.
yeah, well,
little,
I just mean to say that there's a stutter. Like, that's just how he talks.
Yeah, it's just how he talks. That's just
great.
how he talks.
Really enjoying Succession. Really enjoying it.
Yes, it's been very fun.
It's been a good time. I cannot deny that one of the reasons we started watching it was literally because it just ended and we're like, oh, okay, now we can just watch it.
Yeah, admittedly. Oh no! Why am I so stupid? Why would I release my shell right before I'm about to get whacked with a red shell? Just silly things.
Just
silly girl
things.
things. I'm just being a silly girl.
Just one of those days where you have to be a little silly.
A little bit silly. Yeah, admittedly, like, yes, it is fun to watch a show on a week-to-week basis and to, like, connect with other fans as the show is airing and make memes and talk about theories and stuff. But it's also really nice to just be able to watch the whole thing. And, like, you can watch a few episodes in a night if you want to, or you can just watch one episode and,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean,
And it's all there
that's
whenever you want it.
That's the shit right there.
Although I feel like that is also why actors and writers should really be fucking paid for streams, because Lord knows I've streamed a lot of shows and I would like the people who worked on those shows to be properly paid for that.
Can't deny, it would be good to have residuals on streaming, because I don't think there are any right now, and it doesn't really make sense to not have those, I feel like. And it feels very strange that, you know, when you have artists making money from each stream on Spotify still,
Yeah.
like, why are the artists who are acting in this or writing it, not getting residuals there.
Yeah,
Doesn't really make sense to me.
exactly.
I love Snowland.
Just
I love
greedy freaking CEOs. Snowland, though, rocks. Agreed.
Snowland would never have CEOs.
Hell no.
All right, one sec.
Snowland is pro-union. Actually, I can't confirm that, but I just get the vibe.
One second.
But anyways.
Sorry, I had to delete.
Oh no, communication error.
I had to delete a message.
Oh, did you have a? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I see.
I had to delete one, but that's okay.
That's okay.
I don't really care to spend money on viewers. I don't think it really makes sense. It's like I'm not making money from how many people are here. I'm doing this because I want to, and it's fun.
Yeah.
So
we're just trying to have fun here, and we do have fun here. We have fun here.
We have a lot of fun here. We have so much fun here.
Let's go.
We have the most gosh dang fun you ever had in your life. Don't believe me? Well, just you wait and see.
Just you wait, okay? And yeah, that is a threat.
I'm so serious right now. I'm so serious.
Also, I pretty much just picked Athens for like the vibes. I have not played it. I have not played Mario Kart Tour really. But
Athens is unironically
I wanna experience Athens a little bit.
Athens track is absolutely like high A tier track. It's really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, do I have auto steering on? Hold up. I gotta turn off auto steering.
Do I have auto steering on?
If you have
I might.
Antenna in the back.
Oh, okay. I think I'm good.
No worries.
Oh no! Falling off the ledge, falling off the ledge, immediately falling off the ledge.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I truly am like my mother. I sing randomly, not well necessarily, but
it's cute.
I'm glad you think so. So how has your birthday weekend been so far?
It's been good.
I ask, even though I have a pretty good idea what you've been
exactly
up to.
what we've been doing. No, it's been real good. We went and saw Barbenheimer last night. We did the Barbie Oppenheimer double feature, which as one might expect, they're two very different movies, but amusingly made me think about the human condition as a whole. So, that's good. And then today, I took a nap while Aaron did laundry, which was really cool.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't normally do that.
No, you really don't.
It was very nice. And so I just sort of
looked very comfy and content.
Yeah, I just sort of took the day off from chores. I mean, like, my birthday is on Tuesday, so it's not like it's today, and it's not like it's tomorrow, but there's sort of the the weekend of, might as well do a little something nice.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. So we did that. Tomorrow, I think we're probably just sort of hanging out a little bit and then doing like dinner in that evening, and then Monday is going to be just Bug Fables, and then Tuesday, we're going to do a little celebration. And that's going to be that. Because I turned 25, and 25 is one of those years where it's like the last restrictive birthday, like the last bar of society is lifted when you turn 25. You can rent a car.
Yeah.
And everything beyond that is like, well, you might as well just start counting backwards at that point. Because, like, I mean, you can look forward to years after 25, but it's not like you get to a milestone until you get to 30, and then you're like, oh god, I'm 30.
Yeah, after that, like, after 25, I feel like 30, and then all of the 10 increments, like 30, 40, 50, those are kind of the big The big ones.
The big ones, and you better hope that, like, you age well, your joints don't hurt, because otherwise they're just gonna get worse.
And you know what? That is what I've come to learn actually motivates me personally more to, like, exercise regularly.
Yeah.
Whether it's just walking or the elliptical or whatever, because I want to be able to continue walking when I'm older, and I want to be able to continue using my body and being able to do things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, it's weird because you start to realize, oh, the elderly move a little slower because it hurts to move faster, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, oh no. And then your worldview is just kind of ruined, I think.
Yeah. You're like, oh. It is. Aging is just a really interesting thing, too, because it happens to us all if we're lucky. Also, for what it's worth, I picked this one because it had a rubber duck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it
Had
because
no
it had the rubber
idea.
duck Mario had?
Yes, it's because it had the cute Mario rubber duck,
This is
which
a
I
really
would
good
absolutely
original
purchase.
track, in my opinion.
But I think this is really cool. I like this. This is really neat. You're just like in a bathroom.
Yeah.
You got the cleaning supplies, the soap,
It's well put
the
together.
toilet.
Like, oh, I didn't mean to do that.
It reminds me of setting up a track in your house.
Yes, absolutely. And, like, it definitely reminds me of, like, being like, oh, what if we had them race around the toilet seat or over the bathtub? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it captures the imagination of bathroom.
exactly. Exactly.
Never in my mind did I think a Mario level would make me feel in such a way, and yet here we are.
Here we are.
Here we
crazy.
are. I love that you go down the drain and, like, there's the ring down there.
Right? You're just in this. Oh my gosh, yeah. So that's where the wedding ring went.
That's where it was. Consarn it. Oh yeah, and then you got the toilet spraying the water.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that was a bidet at first.
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it is. No! No, 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 no!
No, 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 no,
Gotta go.
no.
No!
No!
Why did I think, I hate when that happens, when I, for whatever reason, in my mind, I'm like, okay, this is the last lap, and then it turns out it's not the last lap, so I let go of my controller,
Oh,
and then I
babe.
get passed by a bunch of people, because it was only the second lap!
Oh, babe.
I'm a fool!
Don't,
Oh, well.
don't drop the controller till you hear that.
I know, or I guess I let go of the A button.
Yeah.
Which you should do in 200cc anyway, so maybe this is good. Maybe I'm learning.
We're doing 150.
I know. But,
Oh,
well,
I
the
see.
other thing is that I have the TV volume turned to 0 because I don't
Oh.
want it to pick up through the mic,
Oh,
so, like,
you
I
can turn it
can't,
up. Like,
I
pretty
can't
good.
tell, like, the key, I don't have the audio cues, but,
Yeah, you should turn it up a little bit because definitely can't hear it from here. As long as you're not, like, blasting it, it's gonna
Okay.
be fine. So,
okay.
don't you worry. Don't you worry.
So this is good? You can't hear it?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
I cannot hear it.
Cool,
I
cool,
cannot
cool.
hear it at all. Alright, let's do...
The other thing is, since I have my earbuds in, I can't really hear it that well, even with it
Yeah,
on,
that's
but
fair.
that is okay.
That is
It's
totally
all
fair.
good.
Oh, yeah, good pick, good pick, good pick.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have great taste.
That you do. That you do. I mean, it's Dolphin Shore. Shoals. Dolphin Shoals. I don't know why my nose gets so congested whenever I stream for, like, periods at a time.
Oh no!
It just happens. I think it's because of the talking.
That would make sense. So, I mean, I guess, like, in your day-to-day life, you're not talking all the time,
Yeah.
right? Like, a lot of your time is
Yeah, on a
spent,
daily basis, I am sitting at my desk. Maybe I'm talking to myself, but I'm not, like, conversing with people all the time. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Dolphin Shoal is kind of a funky little track.
It is. Oh gosh, this eel always messes me up.
Oh, here you go. I love this part of the track where you just go anti-gravity on the water whirlpool bit.
Oh
It's
yeah.
great.
It rocks. Ah! To heck with ya.
The heck with me. Humbug. But yeah.
Goodbye on my hum till I bug.
She on my bug.
Sorry, not good.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I've never taken any of those, like, wall routes for this part of the race. Like, I've just
Actually,
never...
I don't
they
think I have
seem
either.
so out of the way.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it would actually really save me any time, but maybe it would. Fuck you, Blue Shell. Ah, no! Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine. As they say in Wisconsin, win or lose, we booze. Except I'm not gonna drink alcohol if I lose, but I am gonna have a good attitude.
You could if you wanted. I wouldn't stop you.
I could. We have some beer from like a year ago.
Yeah, and we have
We
wine.
have some Chardonnay.
We have some wine.
Barefoot Chardonnay, only
we did,
the
like,
finest.
The white wine and cheese night, which was basically white wine,
Wine and
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-It night.
Wine, Cheez-Its, and pretzel night. Oops.
Whoopsies. That's okay. It was good. It was good.
It was good, but I woke up and I was like, ugh. I was like, ugh. I need water. And it was Thursday, also the next day.
Yeah.
Made it a little tricky. Made it a little different.
Yeah. Next
Made a
time we'll
little,
do that on like a weekend. Oh no. Sorry. I realize I make a lot of visceral noises when I'm doing badly in Mario Kart.
That's what's fun.
You're right. You're right. A higher number, like 10th place is like better, right?
Yes.
Than
it's like
first,
golf.
yeah.
The lower the better. Let's do... No, actually I don't want to.
Now?
I want to do... Yeah, I want to do Calamari Desert.
Ooh, I don't know if I've done that one. Is that one of the new ones?
It came out Wave 2, I think. Well,
Okay.
I'll pick it again next time. It's got the
Yeah,
train.
I can even pick it too.
It's got the train in it.
The train. I just wanted to see some cows, you know. I'm a Wisconsin girl, so I
I
just
love
like
that this
seeing the
guy's
cows.
horn is his talking voice in Yoshi's Island.
That is pretty great. You haven't played Yoshi's Island on stream, have you?
Not on stream.
But you have played it.
Yes.
Played parts of it.
I've played a good bunch of it.
Yeah.
I haven't beaten it, but like I've played enough to know what it's fun. I just haven't beaten it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like I don't have any immediate plans to finish it. It's kind of like, oh, this is like if I need a game to play and I don't have any others, I can do more.
Yeah.
More Yoshi's Island, but to
Definitely.
me, Yoshi's Island is fine. It's just like I've seen the start levels so often, and I like rarely ever see the later parts, so I just kind of get like bored of seeing the stuff I've seen a lot, you know. And I think it's because I'm also bad at the level I'm stuck on. So there's
You
that
know what?
as well.
That's fair too. That's okay. I am definitely not good at Yoshi's Island.
It's
but
hard.
I just have a lot of memories of it because it was one of the N64 games that was at my granny's house growing up.
Yoshi's Island or
So,
Yoshi's
like,
Story?
Yoshi's Island? No, Yoshi's Story. I'm silly.
All good.
I'm sorry. You're right, because Yoshi's Story is the one that's like
That's the N64 storybook one.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
I'm a fraud. I don't even know what I'm talking
You're
about.
not a fraud. You're not a... I almost laughed, Isabel.
Poor Isabel.
She's just trying to do her best.
She's just trying to do her best. But no, Yoshi's Story we had at my granny's house, and I didn't really play it a lot as much as I watched like my cousins play it and my older siblings play it, but I loved like the look of that game. I loved like the flower petals, love the fruits, love the different colored Yoshis, of course.
Yeah. It's a good little game to play. And like it's
pretty
simple,
cute and
easy to understand,
and
cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Wow, shocker. The person who's better at Mario Kart won Mario Kart.
I'm
JK.
sorry,
No need to apologize. I'm just having fun.
I'm glad you're having fun. Oh yeah.
See.
Yeah.
There we
let's
go.
do it. Let's see what
Hey,
the
guarantee
friggin'
our
train's
odds.
got to offer, huh? Let's see what the train doing, huh?
Oh, what that train do?
What the train? What the train? Calamari Desert I definitely played on the N64 a lot, and I really liked it because it had the train. I think most people like this track because it has the train.
That's fair.
And it feels like the American West.
It does. It does.
And who can say no to the American West?
On the N64. No, the American West is
Especially the
beautiful.
Southwest.
Hell yeah.
I remember seeing that this was coming back for Mario Kart 7, and I was like, holy shit, this one's coming back in Mario Kart 7! But I was especially excited just because, like, when you see the 3DS retro tracks, they were all sort of being revealed one by one. And I just was super excited about it because I was really big into Mario Kart. And it was going to be on the 3DS again, so, like, that got me really going. So, in tech ed class, which was basically, like, not engineering class.
Okay, sure.
I would go on the Mario Wiki and look up all the upcoming retro tracks that had been revealed. And that was, like, how I would waste time in class in 7th grade.
That's fun. That's fun. I like that. Oh, there's the train.
Now don't hit the train, dear.
Be a shame if you hit that train. Are there
Train's
any
not coming for you.
states are there any states in the American Southwest that you really want to... I'm sorry, did I say train when I meant states?
Nope,
I think I might. I did say states?
You
okay,
did say
are there
state.
any... Cool. Are there any states in the American Southwest that you want to visit that you haven't visited yet?
I mean, I haven't visited a lot in the American Southwest, but I'll be for sure visiting New Mexico before I defend my thesis. I would have to assume I'm going to be in Vegas next summer, so Vegas. And then Arizona, I haven't had a reason to go to Arizona, you know? Like just
Arizona's cool. Yeah. Grand Canyon, gotta go.
That is one reason to go to Arizona.
Yeah.
I have not been to the Grand Canyon. I've been to the Black Canyon of the Gunnison before, which was
that's cool.
cool.
Yeah.
But I was a little too young to appreciate it, you know? Like, I was just
Yeah.
sort of... I think I was right at the start of middle school. I was still playing Platinum.
Nice.
So I was maybe in 5th grade? I don't know. I think it was 2011. So that would have been middle school. That was like 6th grade.
Yeah, 7th grade? 6th grade? Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was Alaska. I was 2009. 2009, so 5th grade into 6th grade.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, we went there. Because my grandma on my mom's side is from, like, that part of Colorado, like Silverton and
right.
$1 Million Highway area.
Yeah, oh god. Terrifying.
Yeah, we drove on that. My dad and my uncle drove on that.
I know, I would be
blows my mind.
I'd be peeing my pants if I were them.
I cannot believe I was in a car that was on the $1 Million Highway.
Yeah, especially like, oh my god, I'm just imagining being your dad and it's like, okay, I've got my wife and children and our whole family in this vehicle.
Right, I
really
think we were literally told,
fucking...
like, when we were doing drives, because we had to drive from, like, one place to another a bunch, we were often told to look out the windows and appreciate where we are. This was the one time we were explicitly not told to look out the windows.
Yeah,
and
it's
so, like
keep your head down.
Well, it's like they didn't even have to say that because we were gonna do it if they didn't tell us to, you know?
Yeah.
We were gonna look at our Nintendo DS's. My oldest cousin was playing
that's right.
Ace Attorney, Justice for All.
Yeah.
He was playing Justice for All. He was wrapping up Case 3 and starting Case 4. And that was my first exposure to Ace Attorney, so... It was right around the same time that we drove along the $1 Million Highway. So it's very funny. My last thoughts could have been about Ace Attorney had Dad driven off the side of the road when we were in Colorado.
My goodness.
My last thoughts could have been of farewell my turnabout.
Could have been. Thank goodness they weren't, though. Thank goodness you made it through.
Real talk.
Everyone was okay and survived the $1 Million Highway.
Yeah, if you don't know, for those of you who don't know, the $1 Million Highway is a highway that was constructed into the side of a mountain. So on one side of the road is a sheer cliff upward, up the mountain. Sorry, my nose itches for some reason. And on the other side is a cliff sheer drop off the mountain, you know? Which is just as terrifying. And they don't have guardrails because they need somewhere to push the snow in the winter. So they just push the snow off the mountain.
So
no guardrails. None of those.
Hate that.
Yeah, stressful. Definitely scary. Definitely, like, I don't remember what I think I was playing Pokemon Platinum. That had to have been what it was. But my cousin, my oldest cousin, was on, like, the second day of Justice for All, Case 3, and then on that drive, he started the Nickel Samurai case, and I was like, what's the Nickel Samurai?
What's this?
Matt on guard. So that was, like, those two cases,
goodness.
2-3 and 2-4 were the ones I saw. And I asked him, like, what was the case before this? And he was like, oh, it was about this, like, spirit channeling thing. You wouldn't like it. And...
You wouldn't like it.
I don't think he liked it very much. He liked the straightforward murder mysteries, not the spirit channeling aspects.
Not the, like, wackier elements of
the
Ace Attorney.
The more anime moments.
Spirit channeling and all, yeah. Fair enough.
This is a good pick.
Fair enough.
Did my track get selected?
I think so.
It did. Yeah, this is a good track. I was about to be
I just picked random.
So either the random picked this one or I picked
either
random.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm very satisfied.
Either way,
I like
good
this
job.
Beach Gardens iteration, like, a lot, actually. It's kind of fun. But yeah, so
we gotta go to the Mario land.
in the California.
Yeah.
Maybe if we go to California next summer, we can do that.
That would rock. I would love that.
That would be fun. I do understand and recognize that basically makes us similar to Disney adults in that we are going to Nintendo adults.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. Well, and the thing is, though, too, like, I don't know that I would want to. Oh no, no. Sorry, I got
I
changed.
wouldn't stay in Hotel Nintendo. I wouldn't stay in Hotel Mario.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and I wouldn't. I'd be happy to do like just a day there. You know.
Right.
Like I just want to experience it.
I would not take a Nintendo
I'm not like
cruise
I
line.
need to go every couple of months.
Yeah.
Like, unless there was some super cool, like, unless they literally recreated this whole, like, track garden, and it was new, and it's like, oh shit, we gotta go see it, like...
This is gonna sound really bullshit, but, like, I would absolutely, like, go for a walk in this garden, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely!
Like, I know that sounds super
love
bullshit,
a walk
but...
in this garden.
You know, I'm at that stage in life where I quite enjoy the simpler things. Or I'm starting
I'm with
to.
you.
Maybe I'm just, like, being in lay wrong generation now that I'm turning 25. But...
Oh, I was born in the wrong... Oh, I'm sorry, Winnie. I scared... Winnie is laying next to me on the couch right now, and she jumped when I laughed. She's like, what's so funny, Aaron?
What's so funny?
I was born in the wrong generation. No, I love a good garden like this, though.
You been to any?
When my family went to we visited like North Carolina and the Smoky Mountains. But
yeah.
we also, yeah, and I forget if we were in Smoky Mountains. I think we stayed in Tennessee for that, but we also like went to North Carolina at one point to go to shit. Which rich family was it?
The Vanderbilts?
Not the I don't think it was the Vanderbilt's mansion. Maybe it was. It was one of those just like really wealthy old Southern families that had like a huge, beautiful garden and house. And so we got to go to the garden. It was also extremely hot and humid. So there's like photos of me like sitting under a tree trying to get some shade because I was so just like dehydrated. But it was really beautiful. It was really beautiful. And lovely. So I would love to go to more of these like really pretty gardens with lovely sculptures and stuff. I think it's really cool.
Those are nice. I mean, like, I have been to a couple castles in Europe before, which have those, which are fun.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's always just nice to look at some place that's just old and be like, oh, this is old. You know, as stupidly simple as that sounds, it's like, oh, this is my second pick anyway.
Oh, no.
But, like, the fact that this brick is older than your great-great-great-grandparents.
Yeah. It's
I mean, that just...
kind of crazy.
Ooh. Kind of crazy. Trav, drag and drop, it's ready with a party of 3. Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Hi.
We're about to start the thing.
Hello.
Hi, Snake. What you doing? How you doing? Hello.
How you doing?
Hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Voltage. In case you don't know me, I'm a PhD student, streamer, voice actor, etc., etc. I'm joined by Aaron, my
really
partner.
Cool guy.
We're streaming Mario Kart races, so if you're friends with me on Switch, you can hop in and race along if you'd like. We'll be having people popping in and out throughout the night, so it's kind of...
dare.
Yeah, if you friggin' believe you're better at Mario Kart than me. But we were just talking about, like, places we've gone and where we want to go and whatnot. Talking about gardens and peach gardens and whatnot. You ever been to a volcano, Beebs?
I have not, but you have, haven't you?
I've been to...
You literally went to, well, tell the people, tell the good people.
I went to Volcanoes National Park. That's something.
Yeah.
And I've seen that crater. I've stood on lava.
That's cool.
Admittedly, it was
hot, but...
now stone, but, you know, I could
really
take
cool.
a photo of it and post the caption on Instagram, "The floor is lava." And haha, funny. So that was the thing. And that was January 2020.
Oh my god.
I was on a cruise about the first week of January. And then COVID happened about a month and a half later. But, like, we saw headlines that COVID was first spotted in America. Like, you know, good 2 weeks after we got back. Like...
Yep. I know, that's... I'm always grateful now that one of my best friends who I went to college with was in her student teaching program at that time.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to do a spring break trip for our senior
That's
year,
right.
which is 2020. But since she was student teaching, their spring break didn't line up with our university's spring break.
Yeah.
So instead, we booked a trip over winter break. So we, the first week of January 2020, went to Atlanta. And we did a little Atlanta trip, and it was really nice. And then, yeah, we got back and had like a few weeks of school before everything shut down. But
Trav,
we got very lucky.
Which volcano have you seen?
Ooh, yeah.
I want to know. Tell me more. And also, what were you streaming? What were you doing? Haleakala on Maui? I've also been to Haleakala. Yeah, that's fun.
Nice. That's so cool.
I biked down it. Actually, so like
that's awesome,
the switchbacks.
But also sounds scary.
Oh, you know what? That's what I can tell you. Like another autoethnographical experience about being a Minnesota Vikings fan. The day I biked down Maui was the day that the Vikings beat the Saints in the playoffs in 2020. I was just telling tales and where I've been for the past 2 months. LMAO. Hey, let's go. I feel that. Yeah, so like we biked down the switchbacks on Haleakala, which was absolutely nuts. I loved it. 100% would recommend. Really, really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it a lot more, too, because the Vikings ended up being the Saints when I found out at the bottom. And it was crazy because the Saints were, like, the team that everyone was like, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. And then the Vikings knocked them out. I was like, oh, so good. I don't know about you.
Also, hi, Sigma.
Hey, Sigma. Oh, wait, should I wait? Let's wait for Sigma to get... I'll just remake the room so that Sigma can, join.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about you all, but the John Boys History of Minnesota sports documentary that's coming in, like, August 1st has a chokehold on my interest right now. Like, I am just losing my mind that it's a documentary of that caliber on my team, you know? Like, I know all the shit that went down basically from my football memory starts in the year 2002. And, but I know, I've been around since Gary missed the kick in 98. So, you know, I've seen the hardship of, like, modern Minnesota Vikings. And yet I am excited. I am so excited to watch someone recount the history of my football team. It's like, oh, it's so validating. It's going to be so vindictive when people understand how bullshit it is to be a Vikings fan. It's like Charlie Brown trying to kick a football.
It's just... Yeah, that's true. And that is even better knowing that the creator of Charlie Brown is from Minnesota.
Yeah,
there you go.
From St. Paul, Charles Schultz. Where did he live in St. Paul? What part of that? He was in, like, the childhood home in St. Paul, I believe, was on a park.
Minnesota loves their parkways.
They do. Let me have it look here. As we wait for Sigma.
Yeah.
And you, Aaron.
Speaking of... Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you had already started the new...
I made a new room, yeah.
I see.
There's Sigma. And there's Aaron.
What was I gonna... Oh, I was gonna ask... You haven't watched that... I think it's on Netflix. It's like the quarterback documentary. Quarterback.
I need to watch
that. I kind of want to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would be down to watch it, like, this week. You know, however many episodes it is. I think it's 4.
Yeah. Because, like, the... you know that TikTok I sent you that was, like, asking quarterbacks, Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Yes.
That was from, like, promotion for the quarterback series documentary thing.
Gotcha.
where Kirk Cousins is the only player they included who said he wanted to see Oppenheimer because he's a huge history nerd, apparently.
Yeah, Kirk is kind of a dork, but we love him for it. Like,
You know, he is who he is.
he's fun. He's, he's a good dude for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
We Moonview Highway. All right.
Ooh.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this shit for real.
Let's go.
Let's do this shit for real. So yeah, the John Boys documentary has just a firm grip on all things in my interest circles right now, to the point where I'm rewatching the history of the Atlanta Falcons documentary series on YouTube, which has also been very fun, except when they played the Vikings in '98. That was not fun to watch as a Vikings fan.
Was that the missed kick that you alleged
That was
to?
the missed kick.
Ooh,
Gary Anderson had been perfect all year, and he misses the one kick that would clinch the Vikings a win, and then the Falcons came back and won it in overtime.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a bummer. That is disappointing.
It was just, like, so disheartening, because the '98 Vikings were unironically one of the best teams of football ever to play.
Wow.
They were 15-1.
Sheesh.
They had just power players on both sides of the ball. It was absurd. But then it all just kind of fell apart.
Everything changed.
Much like with life, you can't expect everything to just work out, which is too bad. But
yeah,
that's the
it'd be
Vikings.
pretty cool if everything worked out all the time, but
that's the Vikings for you. I'm on top of the car Sigma. So yeah, I mean,
no. No.
Very nice. It was all a tactical second place.
All part of your plan. I do really like the look of this track. This is really cool.
They definitely made it a lot prettier to look at. The Wii version was good, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is really pretty. And I love that they added like a saxophone mix into the city part. That's really good.
Yes. Tactical fourth, totally intentional.
Yeah. So yeah, Trav's been to Haleakala on Maui. Do anything else on Maui, Trav, if you're still here? No worries if you're not. We definitely like hiked around. I jumped off a waterfall in Maui.
That's cool. That's super cool. I think I've seen the photos of that actually, perhaps.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, when you jump off of something, it looks a lot higher when you're at the top than when you're at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, you just gotta do it. You'll be okay most of the time. But, like, the experience of falling is definitely the most, like, off-putting feeling, just because it's so unnatural.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to swim. I know how to jump. I know how to be, in air. But the idea of, like, fast going down to Earth is like, what the heck? That's not normal.
Yeah.
I'm not falling on a regular basis.
Yeah, like, your body is kind of like, wait, this is not...
What is this feeling?
We're not supposed to be like this.
This doesn't feel quite right. I don't remember saying that this is okay. But yeah, Maple Treeway is a fun track.
It is. I like Maple Treeway.
I feel like for the most part they captured the vibe that like made Maple Treeway for the most part. Like, it's hard to mess it up.
they made Maple Treeway for the fall girlies, of which I have become one, I think.
You're a fall girly now?
You know, I
what
still
brings you
have
there?
to, spring still has to be number one because I was born on the first day of spring, so I
True.
feel like I'm kind of, like, required. Like, that's kind of obligatory.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I enjoy fall more and more. Maybe it's also because now that I'm not in school, fall is not so much tied directly to like, oh, back to school, back to class, back to routine.
Yeah.
So I'm able to just enjoy like the changing colors of the leaves and like the comfy weather that's not too hot but not too cold. You can wear comfy sweatshirts and cute clothes and sweaters and stuff, but you don't need to
Yeah.
wear a big old jacket. And there's pumpkins.
Yeah, the one net negative about summer is that I
Cornfields.
can't wear about 60% of my wardrobe, just because
Yeah,
it's
your
like
wardrobe.
long
Yeah.
sleeved stuff of some capacity.
Does the lab stay pretty cold though when
Yes.
you're working in it?
So,
like
like-
they keep the AC up pretty high, I
Yeah,
bet.
you have to keep it at like a solid room temperature or colder, just so
Sure.
that like you don't get thermal stuff, and you have to reduce the humidity as much as possible. So air conditioning just makes sense.
Yeah. That does make sense.
Like, I'm not gonna complain. I mean, that's why I wear layers a lot of time to the lab too. Because like, just because it's hot outside doesn't mean it's not hot inside, you know, or you know what I mean? Okay.
Yeah.
Sigma, did you get triple reds? Holy shit, 4
Yes,
reds in a
you
row?
did. Sure did. I also got a red, so sorry.
You jackasses.
Oh shoot! I actually didn't mean to use that one right away. I'm sorry. That one was unintentional.
I'm doubting that.
Press X to doubt, man.
I don't think I can catch either of you, and that really annoys me.
Sorry.
You dare take me down. For what? Second place? Only take me
I do
down if
dare.
you're going for first.
Well. No,
Bring it
I don't
on.
want to leave this group. Let me pick. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's do this.
Oh, he's a cruiser again. Here we go again.
Here we go. Maybe I'll do better this time.
Maybe you will do better next time.
Unlikely, but possible.
We must destroy Sigma, who, if is saying something we cannot hear whatsoever, and if isn't, it's all
Yeah, yeah, Sigma, if you are saying something, I'm sorry. It's not. Nothing is coming through on the. So
not
I'm
ignoring
sorry
you.
if we, have not been ignoring you. Just have not. I wasn't sure if you just joined to let us know, like, hey, I'm in here.
good. Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Here we go. They took away the life vests. What the heck? Excuse me.
Do they want the Titanic to happen or something? Do they have? Do they have
It's
any
just
lifeboats on
fundamentally
here?
irresponsible.
Daisy Cruise Lines gets in trouble because they were trying to cut corners to save money.
And live better.
Save money, live better.
Don't say the name though. Sorry, I set that one up though. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it. I just
okay.
don't like giving free
didn't say no.
advertising.
I agree.
They have enough money
No
without
free
me.
promo.
No free promo.
Yeah, they don't need our promo anyway.
They're not gonna get new customers from me anyway. So. Oh shit, I managed to cut off that red shell. Let's go.
Good job.
Thanks. Oh, but now there's a blue shell coming my way. Of course.
Oh, that totally wasn't me who was throwing that. Also, Sigma, if you are talking again, it's still not picking up. Just so you know, just in case you can hear me, because I feel bad that I didn't say anything sooner, that I couldn't hear you. But if you are speaking, I'm not trying to ignore you. I just can't hear.
How'd you get a bullet bill in second place, Sigma?
Shoot. Come on, come on, come on. No, why do I have to be doing... I was doing well. Now I'm just doing bad. Ah. Oh well. Live and learn.
Ah, well. Ah, well. I'm back in first place. So let's go.
First is the worst, as everyone knows, so... Yeah.
How is that so? Oh, is that so? I think Sigma dropped off.
Oh, yep.
Rip.
R.I.P.
Doesn't get to play Melody Motorway Music Park.
It's missing out.
It's too bad. It's too bad, honestly.
It's a shame.
Mm-hmm. Have you been to the Wisconsin State Fair before?
I have. I went once. Well, I probably was taken there as a young child, and I just don't remember it super well, but I also went again once as an adult, and it was fine. A lot of different fried foods, because of course, and I went on like 1 or 2 rides, and the mixture of like going on rides where you get spun around and fried food made me get really sick.
Yeah.
So then I just spent like a half hour in the bathroom, and just like I paid like too much money for a bottle of water because I was just like, I don't feel so good.
Yeah, totally get that.
But I mean, I like the idea of like a state fair. I think it's fun. I think it's cool. I know the Minnesota State Fair is a very big deal.
It's goated.
And I would like to go at some point. I would like to experience Sweet Martha cookies at the fair in the flesh.
Yeah. I will say that I need to let my mom know, like, this year you don't need to send us any. Like, they don't keep very well.
Yeah, that's true. They don't hold up as well in the mail.
They're fun when you, like, go there, but it's not as fun when you're just, like, eating old cookies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I get that.
Which is really too bad, because they are really good.
I believe it.
Like, imagine, like, you're standing outside in the summer heat, and you just get a cone full of, like, fresh chocolate chip cookies. Like, admittedly not, like, good ones. They're sort of like Toll House ones, basically.
Right,
but,
right.
You know, like, and you just have a cone of them, and it's right next to the dairy building, where you can just get a glass of milk.
Nice, nice, refreshing cold milk.
They have, like, unlimited milk. All you can drink milk for, like, $3, and you get a cup, and you can just, like, eat your cookies and drink your milk and shit. It's great.
All you can drink milk? That's my kind of thing. Oh my goodness.
Hello? That's the safer. Hey, Sigma.
Is that Sigma? I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know how I did to fix this, because I've been jumping through hoops the whole time.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
I was just like, it seemed like people were responding to me in the first track we did on Moonville Highway, and then I was just like, oh no, it's actually like hearing me. Gotta fix this.
I'm sorry.
Couldn't
I'm
hear
glad
ya.
you were able to
no.
fix it, though.
Because my laptop is broken, so like I'm trying to connect voice chat through a different system, and it's not working right now.
Frustrating.
Definitely not ideal.
Not ideal. Not ideal.
Hang on.
Yeah, no worries.
I think I'm about to...
No worries.
And the crown remains on voltage.
It is the birth.
The birthday crown. Yes, for the birthday boy.
For the birthday boy. For me. For me.
Aw, you look so cute just kicking your little foot. Your little me foot. Just stretching.
Oh yeah. Just waiting.
Just chilling.
Just minding my business.
You know what I wish the Switch had? I wish it had Street Pass. Because honestly, I loved doing Street Pass with my 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
Which maybe is partially because I would like, when I'd go to like an anime convention, I would get so many Street Passes from people from like all over.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really cool. But I miss that. I miss that a lot.
Yeah, those were fun days. I have just so many of those, like, street passes in my friggin' 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, from PAXs and from, like, high school, and I remember bringing my 3DS to high school, like, junior year and sophomore year, and just, like, keeping it around and
Yeah.
just playing, and it was cool because you start to see the same people over and over, and you're trying to figure out, wait, okay, so who brought their 3DS? Who
Which
are
one is
you?
that? Who
And I'm here
are
just
you?
like doing it, and it's fun. It's like I got like, so I tagged the same people so many times that eventually, like, you get all the bonus from like tagging over and over. And we had like a group of, I think, by the halfway through junior year, I think it was, we had like 20 people bringing their 3DSs to school. It was kind of fun.
That's a solid group.
Yeah, like I would get like on average between 17 and 20 some tags a day, mainly just because people were bringing them. And I think it was right around the time that Smash 3DS had come out, so it made sense. Like, you start to realize, oh shit, we can all bring our 3DSs, play them at lunch, or something equivalent.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, wait, is Sigma a riding on the Wiggler bike while also being a Wiggler?
Yes.
That's
yes,
not the correct
yes, I
name,
am.
but yes.
Thank you for noticing.
If I am, thank you for noticing. Yeah.
I was just like,
I was like,
hey,
wait a
let's do
minute.
this.
Wait a dang minute.
Let's do the funny, let's do the silly. Why not?
Why not? I love it.
Let's just do it. Yeah, so, like, I definitely remember going to pick up Smash 4 for the first time, because, like, I was a sophomore at the time, and juniors and seniors are allowed to do open lunch if you apply for it, or they were at my high school, you know? So you didn't have to eat the school lunch. You could, like, leave campus and go around for the lunch hour, which was essentially 45 minutes, and the first lunch was at 10:46 in the morning.
God, I hated those early morning lunches.
So, essentially, when I was a sophomore, I ditched lunch. I left school without being allowed to do so. Can you believe that?
Whoa,
To go buy
rebel,
Smash
bad
4
boy.
with all these juniors and seniors, because I was
My
in their AP
goodness.
Calc classes with them. So,
Wow.
like, I had made friends with people older
Nerd
than me.
alert. JK, you were cool.
No, it's true. I was a nerd. And then I remember we went to the GameStop that we had reserved it at, and then from there, they were like, let's go to Arby's because that's the only thing that's serving lunch at 11 a.m. And so I remember eating, like, only curly fries and playing Smash 4 for the 3DS.
Aw, that's a fun memory. I like that.
Yes,
That's fun.
that was that launch day. I cut classes.
Whoa.
I was a rebel. I left school grounds. Me, the rule
You're
follower.
crazy. You're crazy.
The high school rule follower. What can I say? I was built different.
I think at my school it was you could do it if you were I forget if it was if you were a junior, senior, or only seniors. But there were people who would go home for lunch, and I was
Yeah.
jealous because they lived so close to the high school that it was like worth it for them.
Yeah. I lived like 5 miles away from my high school, so
Yeah, same. It was not not worth the
If I went home,
drive.
I would have to like do 5 minutes at home max, and then immediately drive back. And Cat's here. Cat's in the room.
Yo, let's go.
Let's go. So yeah, open lunch was fun because one time my friend Garrett and we went to Qdoba, and then we drove all the way to Wayzata High School just to flip them off, and then we drove back. It was great.
Okay, that's funny. That is funny. I like that.
It was very like, just like, huh, why would we do that? I don't know, but it was fun.
Yeah.
We got Qdoba burritos. It was good.
Very nice.
My school, you were not allowed to leave for like an early lunch or whatever. You're in school, you're here.
That's whack.
Oof. That sucks.
Did you
like,
at lunch?
Not even when you're a senior.
At lunch, did you have the opportunity to like leave the lunchroom to do other things? For example, like go to a classroom.
You could go to the library and eat there.
They didn't allow people to eat in the library, but you could go to the library if you lined up in advance, like at the school day, at the start of the school day, if you got a library pass, but they only gave out a limited number of them. So you had to get to school early, stand in line to wait in front of the library doors, and then race in, get one of like 20 library passes for everyone in that lunch period. And if you couldn't get one, or you were like late to school for whatever reason, you just didn't get one that day. And like, I would keep old library passes in my like binder and later in my backpack and just flash it. And like usually the hall monitors that we had like didn't bother looking at them real hard until they did, and then I'm like, yeah, it's just, oh sorry, yeah, I'm just going to the library. I have a meeting there, and they're like, like, no, you're not. Come back. And it's like,
so, buddy.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So, but yeah,
That's
I would always go to the library.
They made you line up like it was like a new iPhone or something.
Yeah,
like
it was
get
weird.
in line early, and if you miss it, you miss it. Like, it's exclusive.
It was kind of annoying. Like, eventually, that was my freshman and sophomore years, they did that. Junior year, they got really lax on it, and by senior year, they just, like, completely didn't give a shit about it because everyone had Chromebooks by then. So, like, part of the reason, I think, was to, like, keep track of how many students were using computers and everything.
Oh, but yeah, once you introduce the Chromebooks, it's over.
Yeah, and I would go to the library and play Showdown.
Of course, why not?
It was good. Or like I figured out that YouTube, some of the websites from YouTube were blocked and whatever. And like, you know, you figure out the Google Translate on YouTube, and I am fucking myself so hard right now. You could do the Google Translate YouTube, but then there was a website that did like, it's where I got all of my pre-stream music that I play on loop. I'll say it once. It's smashcustommusic.net. It's where you get music for like modding your Wii or Wii U for like Project M, basically.
Yeah, nice.
You can get the not .ogg, it's the .brstms or brctms. And so they have the preview function, which just loops, so you can listen to the loop. And I would just do that, but I would listen to the song on loop until I got bored, and then I'd pick a different one. That's the fun little bits. That was how I spent my lunches. I'd listen to that and post on Smogon. Let's go. My course again. Woo-hoo. And I had friends who would watch like John Oliver in there and like do weird stuff. And they had Azumanga Daioh. They had the complete collection of Azumanga Daioh there. So I read that sophomore year.
Love that.
Really enjoyed Azumanga Daioh. I was one of those people who actually read manga in front of everyone and didn't give a shit. So maybe I was a little weird, but whatever.
If you did that today, you'd be considered super cool.
I would be considered quite epic. I am, how they say in the business, quite epic after all.
This is true, this is true.
Would you believe confirm. It? And I had friends the whole time, so it's not even like I was just like some weird nerd who had no friends. Like, I had people I sat with every day.
Having friends all throughout high school. Damn,
Well,
I wish.
Sort of, I wouldn't say, I don't know if I'd call them, like, the long-term lasting friends, but I definitely had, like, people I could just hang out with.
Yeah.
I was between a lot of
that's-
groups.
I wish, yeah.
I wish.
I was between a lot of groups, though. I was, like, the person who floated between a bunch of spaces, which allowed me to get into places, but, like, never... I don't keep in touch with, like, anyone from high school now in my grade, aside from, like, maybe 2 people. So... that's fine. I mean, I am over 10 years out from starting high school, so... I haven't seen some of those people in years.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely did not really have friends in my classes for the first 2 years of high school, but that's okay. Happens to us all.
That's high school.
Well, not us all, but it happens to some of us.
High school's such a
It
roll
worked
of the
out okay.
dice. Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and like, I guess when we were in high school too, like, mental health wasn't, it was like becoming a little bit less stigmatized, but definitely still stigmatized, so that
There was a
probably didn't
little more
help me.
awareness, but like it wasn't great.
Yeah, like, and oh my god, thinking about lunch, like, so we weren't allowed to eat in the library, and when I didn't have anyone I could sit by in the lunchroom, like, I tried to just, like, eat on a bench in one of the hallways, and then the frickin', like, I forget if it was the vice principal or, like, the guy below the vice principal came out there and was like, what are you doing out here? And it's like, I don't have friends to sit with. You won't let me go to the library. You won't let me go to a teacher's classroom. I'm just trying to, and then they like forced me to move, and I was like, "Do you want me to go eat in the bathroom? Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want from me?" But I would imagine that they're probably better about not just yelling at kids anymore. Hopefully, maybe.
I would hope so.
I would hope they've learned enough to know, oh yeah, if a kid looks really sad or lonely, maybe we shouldn't just yell at them for not being in the lunchroom at 10:30 in the morning. Maybe there's something else going on.
Maybe we shouldn't yell at them for not having the common school experience.
Right, like maybe we shouldn't punish them for not being popular. But
my first few years of high school, I was so antisocial and shy, I just didn't talk to anybody except for when people talked to me.
Same.
Like, I would only speak in class if I was asked on for a question. I was just like, oh, I don't know how to function
Yeah.
as a person yet.
Uh-oh. I haven't figured that out.
But I feel like that's part of the things you learn in school, too, is, like, the ability to do that kind of thing.
Yeah. For me, it was just because I'm a twin and I was always in my twins classes, and he was the social one, so I never learned those skills.
Sure.
And then it's like, then they separated us, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do on my own.
I don't
Please
know.
help.
Please help me.
Jeez.
Yeah, I went from like a small private Catholic school to the public high school, and so I knew like only very few people there, and I didn't have any classes with the few friends that I had made in middle school. So I was just scared to talk to everyone, especially because, like, sometimes popular kids who are mean have a way of, like, being mean where, like, a teacher wouldn't see that and be like, oh yeah, they're being mean to this student. They're like, no, this girl, she's just trying to talk to you. She was being nice. And it's like, no, she was making fun of me, but you just didn't, like, pick up on that. I don't know. Or, like, when the popular kid goes out of their way to, like, talk to the weird kid and, like, look at this kid. But you know, those popular kids who were mean to me, now they're doing MLMs, and they live in their hometown. So, you know, I'd say I'm doing better than them.
They got the
What
mean
is
girl
this
to nurse
path?
pipeline.
Right, that too. And yeah, I also just, like, was very shy and anxious and didn't really know how to talk to people, so...
Yeah, me. Like, I had my friends from middle school who I just didn't share any classes with because my high
Yep.
school was 3 towns together. So
Oh,
it's like, wow,
Yeah.
I don't know the people.
Right. I don't know these guys, so I guess I'll just not talk.
Yeah.
I also had the unfortunate circumstance of, like, the one time I did talk, like, early on in my freshman year, like, a kid sitting behind me in the computer lab one day needed a pencil, so I let him borrow my pencil, and then he started, I wouldn't say quite stalking me, but he did follow me from my classes and wouldn't stop, like, asking me out, even when I told him, no thank you, and then he threatened to do bad things to himself
Oh,
when
that's
I
the worst.
didn't want to. Yeah, so then I was like, okay, I'm just never gonna talk to anyone again. I'm never gonna let anyone borrow a pencil.
That's the
I had
worst.
this one bad experience. Time to never do
Time to
this
just
again.
quit.
Just get out of there. All right, Sigma.
But
friggin'
anyways, sorry.
cheesing
I'll
my
stop talking
fucking
about
ass.
my weird high school
Hey,
experience.
this was definitely all skill, and I just didn't get all the correct items at the right time.
It's bullshit. It's
I hate
bullshit.
seeing this guy clap at me and see "nice try" on the screen. It's so rude. Nice try, loser. Like, okay.
Bleh.
Good
Yeah.
game.
Good game.
Go easy on me.
That me. Every round. Go easy on me.
Did I tell you all about the people who sat across the table from us at lunch, or like on the table next to us? Next time, do frantic
No.
items
I
only.
don't think
Oh
so.
yeah, definitely. There was a couple of kids who were like a year older than me, who were, I'm pretty sure they were furries, but like they didn't wear their fursuits to school. But
Sure,
like
sure.
they had this thing where the guy had the girl on a leash,
Oh.
Oh, what?
and
Oh no.
and they would pretend, one would pretend to be a dog. The girl would pretend to be a dog on the leash. And the guy
Oh.
would be just like carrying the leash around. And the girl at one point, there was one day, like, she got down on all fours and started barking while we were in line for food. And I'm like, what are you doing? Please stop.
No.
I am right next
Please
to you.
stop.
Like, you are 17. Do not expose me to... This has to be a kink, right? Like, I don't mean to say being a furry is a kink. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they literally were doing, like, leash pet play at
Oh
lunch.
God, yeah.
It was
yeah.
it was disgusting. Like, I will say
That's
that.
just not appropriate.
Like, I don't mean to be like, everything's gross. But like, one, they were underage. I know this for a fact. I was younger than them. And two, this was in the cafeteria. Like,
This was
no
on
one
public
needs to see this.
Yeah, yeah.
It was so just like, what are you doing? Don't
Like-
subject me to this. I am standing right next to you in line. I'm literally just trying to get an Uncrustable.
And you're just over here doing whatever you're doing. Like, good lord.
But at
I
least,
will
like,
say, I
the
feel
people
like-
monitors, like, just didn't let them do it. They were like, stop
That's
that.
good. That's good, because, yeah, that's just, like, what the hell. I will say, I know my high school, and I feel like probably a lot of high schools have PDA issues in general with, like, teenagers who are just like, yeah,
Trying
we
to
can make out in the
after
hallways.
school.
Our love is just so strong.
So
I don't know.
pure and
It wasn't me.
strong.
I did not have anything like that in high school, but there were definitely some couples that were quite passionate, where like they have to meet up at their lockers between every period.
And it can't be
You tried to
me.
style me, you got punished. Get fucked.
That's so dumb. That's actually just so stupid. Yeah, so that was annoying. One day they spilled mac and cheese all over their band instrument case, and they just left it there, like on the floor.
No.
And I
That's
Ew.
disgusting.
I was like, "What are you doing? What is
You
this?"
can't do that.
It was so
You gotta
just
clean
like,
up your messes.
Ugh.
Lord.
They annoyed me. I just didn't. I don't understand. I don't understand why that needed to happen at high school lunch.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
weird. Like, why? So that was one of the things that happened at my high school lunch. That was my freshman year and my junior year. I noticed it a lot. Like, this continued many years. This was not a one thing that happened for a week. We got the banjos time. Let's go. This was a regular occurrence, mind you. So that was.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Look, it's just that it was at school. Honestly, that's really the big issue for me.
Yeah.
It's like it was just people who weren't expecting it or ready for it or wanting to be a part of it being made a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, don't make me a part of your.
Like, do it if that's your
King.
thing. Go for it. Don't expose people who don't want to be exposed to it
Yeah.
in public.
At lunch,
Especially if that's at lunch. Especially if I'm in the
cafeteria, at public
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Definitely a little like. Why am I getting so much hate?
It's your birthday. Well, it's not your birthday yet, but
But it will be.
Today is
It will
Giggles'
be.
birthday.
it is Giggles'
Is
birthday.
it really? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I don't remember.
I wish
I don't remember what birthday year she is, and I don't think it would be very pertinent to ask. A gentleman never asks a lady's age, so to speak.
So true.
And Giggles is a lady. If
Oh,
there ever
yeah.
was one.
The lady. The epitome of a lady.
She's quite literally a princess, in a good way.
Yes.
Alright, here we go. Alright, let's get this.
Pat, I need you to not throw red shells at me and instead throw them at voltage.
What are you doing,
Thank you for your
dude?
understanding.
It's like you want there to be an all-out war. There's gonna be a blue shell coming.
No,
This
but
suck.
Aaron did just run me over with a star.
Good.
Sorry, I had to do what I had
Way to go,
do,
babe.
man.
Good job.
Thanks, babe.
It's
I'm
like,
getting all
look,
shit from the stars. Oh my goodness.
oh no, the consequences of my actions.
Well, well, well. There they are.
Well, well, well. If this isn't the consequences of my actions. We shall came
Yeah.
too late. We shall
Fourth place,
came too late.
yeah, that's about right.
I just hit the day.
I felt so bad because I got a bullet bill, but I couldn't use it as the stupid golden mushroom. It's like, God damn it, let me use this up.
Let me use the thing I wanna. In my middle school, I found a couple of used condoms in the hallways and cafeterias, and I'd take the leash girl. There were 2 kids caught having sex in the hallway at my high school.
Ooh.
There was 2
And,
kids
and there
caught
was
having sex under a
photographic
blanket.
evidence of it. And the girl who took
Ooh.
the photos of them also got in trouble because she took photos of
Of
underage people having
minors.
sex.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's. Ugh.
I was in marching band from my sophomore year to my senior year in high school, and blankets were banned on the bus because some people wanted to have sex in the bus during our
Oh,
transit.
Marching
Good
band.
lord.
Blanket.
Oh
Marching
my
band.
god.
Marching band.
Crazy.
Marching band.
One of your teachers got
Damn.
arrested for having child shrimps. Oh no, that's bad.
Oh no.
Oh, oh no.
That's how we say in the business, not good.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's been a
do
while
know
since I've done this track.
my oldest brother who graduated from high school in 2009, so like quite a while before I
Quite a
did.
while.
But quite a while ago. His class, his like choir group got to go on a trip to Italy, but some of the students were caught drinking a lot of wine and also doing it on the trip, and they were sent home immediately, and then they did not do an international trip again until me. Because I guess by 2015 they were like, okay, it's
Dang it,
been
I
long
wanted to
enough,
get you that
we can
explosion.
try it
That's
again.
too good. Yeah,
But yeah,
my
kids
elementary
are
school had an
gonna-
international trip.
Your elementary? Well, okay, I guess you did go.
I did
to,
go
like,
to a Spanish immersion
Spanish
school,
immersion
so
school, so that kind of
they did
makes sense.
That track.
service trips to Cihuatanejo in Mexico, essentially.
Oh, that's cool.
So like, there would be families that would go every year, and they'd go volunteer at like a school or something to that effect, and they would spend a week in Cihuatanejo, and it was pretty cool. But then Cihuatanejo was a place that Americans were advised not to travel to for a bit, so then they didn't do that anymore.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough.
And they would put photos of the trip in the elementary school yearbook, which is really
Oh my
funny
gosh,
to me.
that's cool. That's kind of
Ow.
fun.
Damn, Stigma, you were right behind me. Holy smokes.
He kept not getting the item box. I was just like, well,
Yeah. I did not go on those
Thanks,
Zihuatanejo
Bluebill.
volunteer trips, unfortunately, but we did go to Mazatlan when I was in 4th grade, and my parents made my brother and I translate.
You know, they said
My brother and me.
we're gonna get some use out of our children's education.
It's true. Like,
I wasn't allowed to go on my high school trips because I was in the disability track for schooling, and I was disbarred from going to like the Galapagos and whatnot.
Catastrophe. Did you seriously just pick Baby Park?
Oh no, not Baby Park.
I'm just thinking back on that. I'm like, that seems very ableist to just disbar all the.
Yeah, that seems
Disability children.
very ableist. That's like, yeah, that's really fucked up. Oh my god.
I wasn't allowed to take a language until junior year of high school because I was on the disability track.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
because you're
fucked.
supposed to start with either Spanish or French in middle school, but since I was in the do your homework classes, I wasn't allowed to take a language.
That's fucked.
That's so lame. Isn't it kind of crazy when you look back and see all of the, like, stuff, like, looking, where, like, I don't know, I guess as a kid sometimes you're like, okay, I guess this is just, yeah, this is what it is, and then you look back and you're like, wait,
Wait a second.
that was actually, like,
That was kind of fucked.
pure discrimination. Yeah, like, that's really fucked. That was not okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of it. I mean, my middle school was divided into teams, right? 6th, 7th, and 8th
Damn.
grade had, like, sub-teams in it so that you could, like, you know, make sure if you were on the blue team in 6th grade, you had the IB, MYP classes. If you were on the green team, you maybe had one, but then you had the other classes. And then you had the other teams, which were, like, anyone else who wasn't in the honors classes. And it was just like, this basically tells every middle schooler that their status is dependent on
Yeah.
the courses they're taking, and the only time
Yeah.
the teams weren't upheld was basically for, like, the gym class, music class, and the sort of pseudo-elective, you know?
Sure.
And so, like, I, being in all the honor classes, like, know that there were people who were also in these honors classes who developed, like, a little bit of a complex in the social dynamics or pecking order because they were in the honors classes and these other kids weren't, you know?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
like that was
absolutely.
just like something that was considered normal at the school because like, you know, how else do you keep track of like 700 kids? Or not 700, maybe more like 500. But like, you know, how do you keep track of that many kids and who's got like courses and which, you know, like it's just
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there were better options or it's like I can't offer a better solution at this time. But like it was just really very fake meritocracy, it felt like.
Yeah.
It introduced a
My middle school
weird
wasn't
social dynamic.
that bad because it was just red team and white team, and I don't think they were split up by.
What the fuck? I have a banana peel out!
I hit you on the side. It counts.
Bullshit.
Ooh.
See you, cat.
This track was really cute. I like this one.
It's a good track. This
Yeah,
is
this
a
is really cute.
top 20 track in this game. I'm still winning by 1 point. I'm winning by 1 point, yeah. I just beat you ball by 1 point. That's what I
Wow.
like to jam.
You're a really humble winner, aren't you?
Thanks.
Thought that was sore losing.
Sore losing. Wait, so I will give this like a minute to just like pause when we're gonna do the crazy items.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Frantic items.
Whoa, so crazy.
I gotta drink my water.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Where did I put my water?
I gotta drink my water. I gotta drink my water. Oh, this is your last game, Cat? Well,
For last game.
we'll
Aw,
get you your
man.
4
That's-
frantic items in. It'll be real good.
Oh, it's okay, Winnie.
You'll give it your best shot. Yes, you will. All right. Why don't we?
I appreciate you guys going easy on me with 150cc instead of 200. I should probably practice doing 200 because that's what real pros do, but I'm not a pro.
I mean,
I'm not-
150cc and
and I'm not
200cc
real.
are very different in how they play.
Yeah.
To the point
And
where
I don't think I'm a 200 girly.
no.
I don't think that's me.
Yeah.
So it's just been a while since I've done 200 as well. I'm just like, I like 150.
Yeah, 150 is a
Yeah.
good clean race. Do you know what frantic items are? I think I'm about to find out. I think the frantic items are all the ones that you get like there's no cheapo whack bad items. Every item, it's fewer coins, more like weapons.
Yeah, fewer coins, probably less bananas, more red shells, more blue shells, I'm guessing. Lots of lightning bolts.
So, like, this is one of the few tour tracks where, like, I've actually been to the place that, like, it's going through, and recently, too. So it's kind of really
yeah.
cool. Like, I was in Athens almost 9 months ago now, but, like, I recognize this amphitheater.
That's cool.
That was my twin for the London track when I was playing through it while he was over. But I was just like, hey, I've been
nice.
here.
Yeah. It's, like, just familiar enough. I always forget, like, where the exact turns are, but this track is, like, unironically one of the best tour ones.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Because, like, I think
That's
the
cool.
best thing about this track is that it feels like a Mario Kart track before a Mario Kart Tour track.
Yeah.
Like, this actually feels like a racetrack and not just like, haha, let's go through the city. Oh, look, it's the London Eye. Oh, look, it's the Golden Gate Bridge. Oh, it's the...
Yeah.
know
The
this-
San Francisco
Eiffel
oil
Tower.
mines.
Yeah.
Love those oil mines.
The great 405 freeway.
405.
I don't know if y'all are
California.
feeling this sentiment, but like, to me, half pipes in this game just do not feel good.
They don't. And I think it's
Yeah,
because
I
they
agree.
weren't initially designed to even be in the game.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, like, to some effect, there aren't any of the original 8 tracks that have one.
Oh. No, you're right. That's a good point. Oh, God. Not the banana.
I also love that the race ends by going up the stairs of the Acropolis. That's such a cool way to end the race. Eat shit, Sigma.
God damn. Good game.
Okay. Yeah, GG, I guess. God.
I am like, the more I look at it, I'm just a big trash talker when it's a game that like I actually get competitive with.
Oh,
yeah, when you're in your competitive mindset, you're a
Toxic.
little bit
No,
toxic.
I can be that way too, where I'm just like, ever since they rebalanced all the stuff, I'm just like, I don't know what's good anymore.
Yeah, I think Kamek is the good racer now.
What is one of these DLC tracks I haven't played?
Cat, I'm gonna give you the stinky roll. If we get Baby Park. God, I hate all of these tracks but my own.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go!
Well, it all worked out for you. I just picked ice cream sundae fucking looking thing because I was like, ice cream.
Yeah, I get it.
I
Like,
like the colors.
Yeah, I'm a little hungry, so I'm just like, oh.
yeah. Well, then we'll just go to
Ice cream track?
Choco
Yes.
Mountain. How's that sound?
I'm not a big chocolate guy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So frantic items mean that item balance is gone. Last place could get a coin and first could get a blue shell. I love that. That's way better.
That is fun. I like the chaos of that.
Eat red shell. Eat shit.
That's okay.
Eat
It's chocolate
shell.
here.
That wasn't very nice.
That wasn't very nice of you. Was it?
I think I know what you're referencing, but I can't just connect it in my brain around.
That wasn't very nice.
It's okay. I don't even know what I was referencing. I feel like I've just heard.
I know that
and
impression.
So I'm like, yeah.
What you're just doing, but it's just like,
Yeah.
what is it?
Hello.
What is it?
And here's the top 5 things I've found in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Number 1, a red shell. Number 2, getting blasted by a cat. Number 3,
Getting blasted.
hammock. Number 4, a boomerang. And number 5, getting first place. Sometimes only, of course. This has been Goo Larry with the top 5 things I've found in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Okay. I got a star in 4th place, and I just completely whiffed the opportunity to do good with it.
It's okay. It happens.
That is way too many
Maybe you'll
red
get another
shells.
star.
Sigma, are you getting bodied?
No, I had an air horn.
Sigma, are you getting... Whoa, I got a...
You got lightning. That's what you
I got a pimp shroom in
You got
2nd
stuck.
place.
Oh, that's not good for me.
Oh, this is real bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is real bad. Now I'm actually just getting bodied.
Come on, I'm so close to the finish line.
Please, please, please,
Please, God,
please,
do not
please.
strike me down.
Strike him down, God. You know you want to.
God, it's my birthday coming up, so like,
Sorry, cat.
no, are you kidding me right now? Come on, man.
Are ya kidding me?
You gotta be kidding me.
Meow.
Me? Yeah.
Me? Yow.
Me, Gongaga.
I got the infinity. I'm happy. Me? Ah. We're doing the gamer book discussion club thing with Sapphire, and I've realized something really stupid. And I think it's sort of an extension of, so the Hoenn Pokemon games are Metroidvanias.
Explain yourself.
So, okay.
Show your
As
work.
long as okay, Metroidvania is a dumb term in the first place, but,
Yes.
it's like calling it's calling like a platformer like a Marionic game, where it's a Mario or Sonic game kind of game.
Yeah, but I understand.
Okay, so if you define a Metroidvania as a open world game with a connected maze-like structure that has its progression gated by item upgrades and power-ups, right?
Yeah.
Well, in Pokemon Sapphire, the game literally shows you 2 dead ends that you can't do anything with until you get Surf or Rock Smash. Those are item-gated, progression-based systems that you literally have to beat certain bosses to be able to use. Pokemon doesn't do this in any other region where, like, they literally, per the story, tell you to go to this dead end to do this thing. You can't go further to get, like, badges on this route, but you have to go this way anyway. Yes, let's go. Like, in Sinnoh, they kind of do it, but they don't, like, set the story beat out that way. But they do it in Hoenn twice in the first, like, 3 hours of the game. Isn't that wild?
It is pretty wild.
So yeah, the Hoenn Pokemon games are Metroidvania-like. Why am I getting so much hate?
The haters are trying to sabotage.
How do you have
baby.
triple reds and one of those, Sigma?
Well, I don't have any more.
How did you have those?
I don't know. I got a triple red and then a single.
Frantic items, baby.
You are right behind me. That is very threatening.
Oh shoot! No, no, no! Let me make better use of my
Come on,
infinity.
voltage, please. I was just playing around.
I was just joking.
I was just joking. Don't hit me with the red shell. I didn't mean it or nothing. I just
didn't
wanted.
really mean
I
it or
knew you want
nothing.
first place. I promise. Just don't hit me with the red shell. I promise it'll be okay.
I was just being a silly little goose.
I was just being a silly little sport. Look, I just mean to have fun here. I don't mean to make anyone upset.
I
Okay,
don't want to
Sigma.
rock the boat here.
All right, Sigma. Whatever you say.
It's never me. It never picks me.
And for good reason. Sky High Sunday's probably like one of the worst tracks in the game, in my opinion.
Oh, is it? I've never played it.
It's bad. It has the entire like underwater effect on it, so you just float.
Oh yeah, that's
and it's a
right.
circle.
That's what that one does.
It's like weird. I think it's one of the worst tracks in the game.
So like, Koopa Cape was like a top 10 Mario Kart track for me growing up, just because like this was really fun.
Yeah.
This doesn't hit the same.
No, it
I'm not
doesn't.
getting the serotonin.
It's a little
That's
too
fair.
tour-like. I think it has too many tour assets, you know?
Yeah, and like
The music is
It feels
also
like
a
it was-
little goofier.
it's a little goofier. I think it's just directly ripped from 7, which was brought into tour.
This was...
They ripped from here.
I don't know if it was exactly ripped from 7. I only say that because I played like dumpster loads of 7.
It's just, I don't know. It's just doesn't feel the same, and I'm just.
No, it does not.
Am I old now?
Am I old? Oh no, I'm in my
Wait a
mid-20s. I have a thing in my thing that says minors DNI, and they keep getting younger.
Dude,
Two
I
blue shells,
still.
one at the other. That is very unfortunate for me.
It was weird. I was getting lunch this week at like Panda, and they definitely had like new student orientations going on this week because there were what I can only assume were incoming freshmen in line in front of me, and I was like, these are actually kids though. Like I know I said like, oh, you know, the freshmen going to the frat parties last year, those were kids. Well, no, these are like actually kids because they were 7 years younger than me now? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's weird. It's getting weird.
Like, they were in 5th grade when I graduated high school.
And you know what the thing is? It's only gonna keep getting weirder.
It's
Next
gonna get
year,
worse.
they'll be 8 years younger than you, then 9.
And then soon I'll be so in my 30s, and then I'm going to be crying. Like the hit song by Bjork.
I do feel like I've heard a lot of people say that in their 30s they actually like really enjoy life, are enjoying life a lot, and have hit their strides, and they understand themselves a lot.
Well, I'm glad they are.
Yeah.
Me, I don't want to be 30 yet.
Well,
I like
good
having
thing
a
you have
two. I like having a 2
almost
in front of
5
my
years.
age. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
Sigma, you're the same
too,
age as
but-
us, right? You're 98?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I am 98.
Great year.
But you
Great year
graduated
to
high
be
school in
born.
Great year.
2017, though.
No, I didn't.
Okay, you are 2016, too.
Yep.
Class of 2016, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
go,
go.
us.
Okay. Cat's got the good infinity. So yeah, it seems like Cat... If Cat's still here to race, cool, we'll do another... Y'all want to do another frantic one?
I'm not about. Oh, there she goes.
I don't know about that.
We could also do custom items. Or we could do 200cc.
Oh god. I mean, I'm open to trying it. Would it be okay though if I fill up my water bottle quick?
Yeah, go like take a
Yeah.
pause. I will probably
Okay.
use the restroom too, so
Okay.
we'll be
Okay.
back in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna duff.
Sounds good.
Okay, we are back right now. Give me 13 seconds. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. Undeafening. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello again.
Hello.
I'm
welcome back.
Are you back?
Welcome back.
Are y'all back?
I sure am.
We're doing 200cc. I gotta change my racer, I realize. I gotta change everything.
Everything must change.
There it is. You know. Oh, I didn't want to do that one. I meant to do the one next to it. I meant to do the one next to it.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. That's good. I finished Pizza Tower today. I beat Pizza Tower. It's a good game.
I have no idea what that game is.
It's a shitpost. It's Wario Land 5. It's a miracle on ice. It's a fantastic platformer game that I would definitely recommend it if you're like into fast-paced platformers.
This course assaults my eyes.
Yes, that is.
It is a lot.
Oh, I think I fell off.
Oh,
Oh no,
God.
I
Oh,
floated
God.
on back to safety. Oh no, I don't like I don't like this.
Yeah, it's too floaty.
You just had to experience it for yourself. Oh god, oh god.
Oh god. Oh.
I am not
immediately
doing
regret my
very well.
decision to pick this course.
I told you it's a bottom tier track.
I needed to experience it.
You did.
And now I'm just like, I wish I never did.
I want to go back.
Is the frantic item still on?
No. Frantic items are not on. And if they are on, I'm lying. But I don't think they're on.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
don't know
intentionally
who-
lie.
I don't know who this track was designed for, but
No! Oh my god, I keep just floating. Hate it. Okay.
Now they're beating Pizza Tower, I gotta figure out what to play next on the Steam Deck.
Ooh.
I might try, I might have to look at my Steam library and see for myself, but like,
Yeah.
I do have some games that I really want to play that I know are short too. Like Wada no
Okay.
Hara and the Great Blue Sea, which is just an RPG Maker game from 2003 or something.
Oh, cool.
Wada no Hara and the Deep Blue Sea.
yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I told you this track's not good. Now you know.
I can't imagine that on 200.
This was 200.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh, that was 200. That's
Oh,
why.
right. Okay.
Surprise! Now, maybe I should pick this one. Super Bell Cup has the worst tracks for 200cc. They're all despicable.
Uh,
For 200cc.
maybe don't pick one then.
It's too late.
Alrighty. Oh.
I just went based on vibes, so
Yeah. Well,
apologies if
I'm
I...
glad you picked that one for its vibes because the vibes for this track in the Game Boy are really good. And
okay.
the gimmick with this one is that the sun goes down every lap in the Game Boy. In this one, it's literally impossible with the lighting engine. So it's just perpetually at sunset. And it's like, the whole reason people like this track is that the sun goes down each lap.
Yeah. that is actually really cool, and you said that it doesn't do that in
Not in this one.
track. That's disappointing. That's
Yeah,
lame.
it's just because the lighting engine in 8 just wouldn't allow for it, which begs the question, like,
Gotcha.
okay, then why did they bring it back in this game?
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is because the lighting changes when you get hit by the light now.
But it can't go all the way down, you know? Like, it can't go into nighttime and reflect on the track without major slowdown. People have, like,
Weird.
modded the game to, like, verify it for themselves.
Sure. That's a shame.
Yeah, it is too bad, because this is one of my favorite tracks on the Game Boy Advance.
I feel like I should go back and play some of the, like, older Mario Kart versions that I haven't played. Like, I didn't really play the Game Boy Advance.
I think I had it, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Definitely worth a try, but, like, you don't need to spend the whole time playing it, you know? Like, play each track, like, twice. Get a good feel for it.
Sure.
But, like, beyond it, you know, like, you don't need to play the Game Boy Advance one and unlock everything, because, like, everything is more or less unlocked, except for they have all the SNES tracks as, like, bonus tracks. And, it's like, well, this is good, but, like, it's just sort of a thing. It's okay. Like, it's good bonus content, but, like, the tracks are not, like, something I would spend more time to play, you know what I mean?
Sure. That's fair.
I think frantic items are still on. I don't know. I don't trust what had just happened.
I don't know what's going on anymore, but I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, so I gotta figure out what to play next for, like, a long term on my Switch or my Steam Deck. Because, like, I don't really want to play Tears of the Kingdom often. It's, like, a good game, but I just don't... It doesn't call out to me, you know?
Fair. You're not vibing with it right now.
It's just not what I want to play right now. You know, I like playing it on stream, but I don't really like... I mean, it's hard to, because it's, like, the idea of playing games, and I feel like... I don't want to feel like I'm playing games when I could be doing something else, you know? And Tears of the Kingdom just takes a while to get places, you know?
True.
True.
Journey before destination.
Right. Which is cool, except when you only have an hour and a half to play games.
Yeah, that's fair. I was also quoting the Brandon Sanderson series that I'm reading.
Yeah.
That's one of their, like... But it's also, I feel like it's very applicable to a lot of video games.
Yeah,
Where
so
the
true.
point is the journey. But I guess that's true to life, too, or whatever. I guess.
No, I think you have a really good point.
But yeah,
like,
when you're playing a video game and you have limited time, it's kind of like, okay, I don't necessarily want to sit down and wander around and, like, not feel like I haven't made any progress.
Yeah.
When I save for the night.
This is my favorite track of all time, by the way.
Is this your favorite?
Track.
The 3DS version is my ultimate favorite because it has better paraglider functionality. And there's just a bunch of cooler shit you can do. Like, you can jump off ledges.
I do like being on the rings of the planets and stuff. I do think that's really cool. It's a neat idea.
Oh, really?
I don't remember it being so dark in the 3DS version.
I am a god.
I love not getting a single offensive item. It's so much fun.
I can tell you really love that, and you really mean it.
It's like, oh, a triple mushroom and second place. This isn't what's supposed to be happening right now.
This is exactly what I
What's
need.
going on here? Just what I needed.
Just what I needed. Ah, you're so good. You are very epic. I'm a sucker for the Game Boy Advance tracks. What can I say? They're simple, yet addicting. Oh fuck, Miser Frutiger Arrow. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ah, fuck. I'm okay with this one. I'm okay with Boo Lake.
I don't mind Boo Lake.
It's a lake with booze. It's Boo Lake.
It's got that spooky vibe.
Would you stay in that house? Up on the
Yeah.
ridge?
I would.
Why not? Or why?
Because it's a lake house, and that is the vibe.
True. Reminds me of the
You know what?
Wisconsin
That's
Dells.
so fair. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Aaron, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard how many times? Okay, how many times have you been to the Wisconsin Dells?
Couple times, I think. Admittedly, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
We went more often when I was like kind of a more younger kid, because
Yeah.
it's for parents. It's kind of a nice, fairly easy place to take your kids.
Yeah.
And do stuff, and it's like fairly affordable. So a couple times I would say, and I mean it's not like I'm totally unfamiliar with the area.
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
I was just seeing, have you ever heard of a thing called Wizard Quest?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
It's an attraction
but-
at the Wisconsin Dells that's like basically a LARPing thing, but like for people who
Oh.
don't LARP.
Oh,
It's really weird.
interesting.
It's neat, like, and it's the size
Yeah.
of a hotel. So like, it's clearly like a legit big thing that they've
Yeah.
been doing, where like you answer questions and get crystals to save wizards, and if you do that, then you get like
Oh.
a discount on your price, and it's like a live immersive sim video game kind of ass thing.
Oh,
Apparently,
that sounds kind of cool.
it's at the Dells.
That's a
so
neat idea. That's a neat idea.
It's like an
I
escape
can't
room on
say I would do
steroids.
it, knowing the Dells, but that's pretty neat. No, I don't think I really knew about that actually. Like I
Oof,
might have
Sigma.
seen something about it, but
I'm not having a good time.
Oof,
oh
Sigma.
no.
Oh no. Well, we can put it back to 150cc if you like. I'll at least check to see what the items were, because I'm pretty sure they were normal items. Yeah, they were normal items. So,
Right, that's weird. Unless the 200cc of the item roulette is different.
I think it was just because I was really far ahead, and it was late in the race.
I was not getting like red shells or anything else. It was just like triple mushroom, golden mushroom. Like, what is this?
Yeah, it was on normal items, so we'll do one more set of 200. How's that sound?
It's fine. I am not as skilled in 200.
That's
I'm
okay.
very rusty.
That's okay.
Especially that. I didn't expect it to be so twisty and turny.
Yeah. Like, that is... People clown on Toad Circuit, but Toad Circuit is one of the best tracks for 200 for people to, like, get a feel for it, you know?
I can see that for sure.
It's long, winding turns and all that jazz. Oh, you got the big blue.
That I did.
But I got Snowland, so...
Like I said, the roulette just doesn't like me.
How it goes sometimes, I guess.
Except for when it wanted to humble me with the Sunday track.
Yeah, they were like,
It's
you
like,
wanted
you're gonna
to,
learn today.
you're gonna figure out what the hell's up with this one. This is such a good remake, by the way. Snowland is probably one of the worst tracks in the Game Boy Advance, and they made it into something that's like not only playable, but actually really fun too.
I don't think I've played this track yet.
You get to drive on the lake.
I do like that. I like the little penguins too. Very friendly.
I hit one.
Oh no! I'm sure it'll be fine.
Me whenever I run over a penguin at the zoo.
Whenever it it happens so regularly.
Yeah.
You're like, who's that guy who keeps driving into the enclosure?
Why does he keep getting in?
I just hate the penguin.
You need to do something about this guy.
He just shows up with his Ford F-150. It's red. It was originally a black color, though, because it's painted red by the blood of all the penguins he's run over.
Oh no! He says he's looking for that Evangelion penguin, but I don't know what he means by that. Stupid. Ugh.
I love Snowland. It's so comfy.
Do you think it's extra comfy for you because it's like a winter snowy vibe and you're from way up north?
I like the bridge. Like it feels like this racetrack is like in a real place because of the way of its like area. Like some tracks just don't feel like they're in a real place, you know?
That's
A
fair.
lot of the tour tracks do not feel like they're in a real place, even though they're based off a real place.
Right. Like
True.
Like, you could see Snowland just being, like, a real race course somewhere. Whereas, like, something like Maple Treeway or Daisy Cruiser is, like, less like that. It's much more fantasy, kinda. Oh, Wario Stadium. Kick my ass. Let's go.
Honestly, again, I'm just picking based on vibes. I am not necessarily going to be good at this,
Sure.
but
I'm picking on vibes too.
okay,
I'm picking
okay.
on what the tracks
I
I
appreciate
like.
that.
I mean, I should do that. I like this track.
Works out.
Now that I've been playing Pikmin for the first time, like, I would really like a Pikmin track. That sounds so fun.
How do you find it?
Yeah,
How
how
is Pikmin
do you
4?
like it?
I'm playing Pikmin 2 right now.
Oh, how is Pikmin
Ooh,
2?
okay, okay.
I've heard that's the worst one.
So if you like that, it'll only get better, presumably.
I mean, like, it's different. I like it a little more than 1 so far.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't found anything that's just like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. I hate this.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
So, like, I don't understand why people don't like it yet.
I have an idea, but I'm going to hold off on saying what it is, just for spoilers' sake.
I know people don't like the dungeon design and how...
Yeah.
I know some people don't like how there's no, like, day limit anymore, but it's just like... It's an RTS. You're still doing time strategy. Like, what more do you want?
Right.
Yeah. I ran straight into that gosh darn
Then
egg.
I've heard in the dungeons that, like, apparently things can, like, fall from the ceiling if you're not expecting it, like bombs and whatnot.
Yes.
Oh.
There are also some really fun enemies in those spaces. I'll let you discover them for yourself.
Yeah. So far, I've already found one that throws bomb rocks, which is interesting. So it seems like with the dungeons, you don't want to have it just all of your Pikmin with you at all the time, which is what it seems like what people do. Like, oh, I had all 100 with me and they all died to a bomb. I'm so mad. This is a bad game. I'm just like, strategize better.
Yeah, really. Max says, it's crazy that AOC bailed. I need to play with those other streams. I know. No dignity.
Wow.
No dignity whatsoever.
None.
No class.
That was classless.
It was classless.
Track I actually like.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's just like how it goes. Just how it goes. Got the Dragon Driftway in the Sunshine Airport.
You know, why not?
Sunshine Airport.
Finally me?
Yeah, you finally got a pick. You got one for you. Congrats. I'm so excited.
I would like to thank the Academy for this wonderful opportunity.
Have you seen either Barbie or Oppenheimer?
No.
Are you going
I asked
to?
my mom if she... I want to see Barbie, and I want to see Oppenheimer. But I am leaving for Florida on Monday for my little vacation.
Oh.
And what are you doing in Florida?
There's fun stuff, yes. There's a convention that my mom is part of happening down there.
Oh, cool.
That sounds like fun.
But it does sound like fun. But my twin and I are tagging along so we can go to the parks.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
And then I got free tickets to Universal for Wednesday from my friend Holden who works there.
Yo. That rocks. That's the best when you just like have a friend who can hook you up with something really cool. Not that that's the reason you should be friends with people.
But like,
it's always,
no.
it always
it's
helps.
always nice when it's like, oh yeah, my friend works at like Six Flags or whatever and got us a deal on this.
Yeah, my dad works at
I
the
know
State Fair. He
sometimes-
got us in there.
Yeah. Because like, I know sometimes, especially with like the parks and Universal, that can get pretty
Pricey.
costly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It can get pricey.
Of course there's a banana right there. Oh, of course.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Yep. Perfect.
Leave. I just got hit with a red shield and it shrunk. I need this
Ooh.
to stop. I don't need this energy in my life right now.
It's so
they picked
over.
your track, but
It's so over.
It's Jover.
over. Boo. Just kidding.
In the Pokemon
Oh,
universe,
thank
they'd
God
say
it's
it's
over.
Snover.
True.
It's Emoter. Sorry, that was stupid. Alright.
I need to change the energy I'm putting into the universe right now.
You need to just, like, fucking let it go. Celebrate good times, come on.
Come on. Is Wild Woods fun?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Okay, I'll go. I'll pick that one.
It's good stuff. Here we go. Oh, perfect. Final race. Just what I like. Big Blue on
Oh,
200cc.
Oh boy.
unironically incredibly fun.
You wouldn't hit a baby, would you?
You're not a baby. I am not going to let you do the jump.
How are you
Goodness,
gonna
I don't know
not
how to
let
do it.
Oh! Did I just accidentally do- Wait, okay, I need to... Okay. I'm gonna take a quick recording just to see what the hell I just did there.
For sure. Oh,
I may have accidentally done a jump.
I got a star in second place and I got lightninged.
Oof. Wow. Listen, I ain't here to win. I'm just here to have fun and jam out to some badass music.
Whatever, I still took first overall.
Oh, you're done with the race?
It's whatever.
Me in 11th place. Wait, you guys are done?
Wait, you guys are finished? Oh no!
Wait, I thought we were still going. I was just having fun.
Oh
We were
jeez.
still playing. You're not playing anymore.
You're not playing.
Wait, what do you
Just me?
mean? Oh man. Aw, gee. I took first place with 57 points.
Yeah, no perfect first for you.
I know. It's fine. I'll survive. I won't die.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh no. Don't dredge up that memory for my
Thank you.
brain.
All right. How is about one last 150cc set?
That sounds pretty good.
Sounds good to me.
I'm going to have to change my character again, but that's okay.
It's all right.
Gosh dang, how is it like already 9:30? That's wild.
That is wild.
There we go. All right. Where to go? Where to go? Something that's a little bit more tolerable on 150cc. Ribbon Road is hard on 200cc. Wildwood's
Ribbon
cool.
Rotor was just like, I do not want to play this on 200 ever.
Yeah, it's brutal. Like the Bell Cup was, I always say it. Those are the worst in 200. They are so hard. They're tricky. This is a nice, simple track. It doesn't feel like it belongs in Mario Kart, though, in my opinion. It doesn't feel like Mario Kart-y.
I can see that. I just like the forest woodsy.
Oh, I love this forest woodsy aesthetic. As someone who grew up like in the middle of the woods, I'm just like, oh yes, speak to me right now.
My zone.
Love this. It's so comfy.
This is so nice. I'm racing. It is pretty comfy.
And I also like the music.
Oh,
Music's very
T!
nice.
Thank you so much for subbing at Tier 1 for 6 months in advance. Thank you.
Yo!
I appreciate
My
it, bro.
goodness.
Very cool.
Very cool. Uh-oh. No, I got off course.
Awesome, dude. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Me? I'm in first place, so it could be okay.
You're in first place for now.
I dodged the blue shell.
What? I didn't even throw it, but I saw it coming your way.
I
so
fell off the ledge. That's how I dodged it.
Oh,
I took a
smart.
bad
Yeah, I hit him with a
so I didn't
right
get
Pro gamer
worse.
move.
What happened to all my mushrooms? Who stole that?
Hey, that's not very nice.
Happy birthday, best bro. Thank you, brother.
Aww.
I appreciate it. Hope you're well. Good day, mate. Hello, Dragon Master of Evil. How are you? How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm in first. I hope I don't get Mario Karted here. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Hell yeah. Let's
Never
go.
know.
I won. It's good stuff.
I guess you do know.
Number 5 track in game here. Nice. Very good. Very, very good. Alright, let's see. What do I want to do? I want to do this one. Of course. I want to do that one. I want to do Waluigi Pinball. You all should pick your tracks.
Well, I don't really have a specific track I'm going for now, so I can get on the pinball
You can get
train
on the pinball.
personally.
That'd be pretty fun.
There it is.
Yeah,
I already picked mine before we were gonna go on the pinball train.
it's all good. Going well enough, just trying to learn the stupid shroomless waterfall shortcut on Yoshi Circuit. Yeah, that's,
Oof.
that does take some effort. I assume that's on 150cc if you're trying to do it shroomless. Because on 200, that's decently straightforward. Yeah, we're just playing some races, just doing the things, you know. Playing the Kamek. I used to be able to do it on 150. Yeah. It's tricky. It's definitely, like, very... It's a narrow window of execution, for sure. That's cool. Are you doing those for, like, time trials, or are you doing that for something else? We're just trying to get good. Just learning to learn. Makes sense. That's a reason to play Mario Kart, though. Is just like practice, get good and stuff. All right, well, okay. Yeah, I do that sometimes myself too, so that you can like execute it and show off and be like, "Ah, look what I can do." Yeah, you're cool. You got first place, but I got the Yoshi Circuit waterfall cut. So
So what now?
yeah, what now?
Who's the real winner here?
Me, of course. I love doing all the shroomless shortcuts. They're really fun to pull off. Like, when you get them, they are, like, you feel like such a badass. I always feel really cool when I get the shroomless cuts, too.
Do you
I
have
feel
a
less
favorite?
when I get Mario Karted.
Understandable. Do you have a favorite shroomless cut?
That's a good question. I can't think of anything immediately. I really like doing the DK Summit double skip, where you skip both the half pipe. Some of my favorites is the Dragon Driftway gap jump. Yeah, that one's a good one too. That's hard to do. I cannot do that one. In general, I don't like take too many risks on like gap jumps. I love the fact that you can jump Mushroom Gorge's gap on 150. That rules. The Mushroom Gorge gap jump is pretty good. I think that one, though, has been my favorite since Wii, though, so it's not, like, too much of a shocker.
Sure.
Oh, there he goes. I'm gonna lose my first place because I got blue shelled, right? Right? Lovely. Love that for me. I got consistent with the Dragon Driftway ski jump. Nice. I haven't practiced a lot of, like, tricks in this game in particular. I did a ton in 7. Like, the, Down Jungle go over the gap, or over the ledge. Yeah. I also got the Shy Guy Fall Streamless shortcut. Yeah, that one's good, too. I'm thinking...
Oh, is that TikTok clock?
It is TikTok clock. Oddly enough, I've gotten good at the harder version, but not the easy version. Yeah, the hard version is like more. Once you get it ingrained in the muscle memory, it's harder to like let go and do the easier parts, if that makes sense. I totally get what you mean by that. Excuse me. Like, in 7, there were some tricks on Rainbow Road that you could like cut off corners, and like at the end there's a jump that like if you do it right, you cut off that entire corner, which rules. Look at him, he's racing with a character that isn't even in a Mario game. What's up with that, Siggy?
What's up with that?
I
What's up
wanted to
with
be a
that
little
foot?
squid boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, DK's Summit's double
Squid's
cut is
back.
rough. I agree. It's definitely a, takes a lot of just, like, really good execution to do. Skills that I just fundamentally lack.
Oh, I just got thrown out off course doing that.
I like Ice Ice Outpost. It's a fun track to me, but I totally understand why, like, some people think it's very mediocre. I like the way that the split track happens, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I like how it's kind of a reference to that one, like, water park course with the split.
Mm-hmm. Drop is-
Okay. Just take my red shell then.
Oops, did I do that? Sorry.
Oops.
I didn't. Oh, sorry. I just saw that I had my boo and.
Are you
like,
kidding?
you
The
know?
tiniest sliver where it got
I
bounced off.
never take that shortcut at the end there. It's never worth it to me. I always fuck it up somehow. Like, that's not even messing it up. Like, that's fucking it up, you know?
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Ah.
Well, I'm gonna lose my first place spot because I got blue shell.
Uh-oh.
But maybe if I take this shortcut.
All will be saved.
No.
I had a red shell, so I was ready for you. It's really only hard because of the bumps going down the hill. Yeah, the moguls that are in DK Summit, it's really hard to get a good, consistent starting point to practice that cut in particular, especially when you're in a race, too. Compare that to, like, Rosalina's Ice World in 7, where you can just, like, cut off the entire quarter pipe 180, 270 turn or whatever it is. Like, where you can make the jump. In DK Summit, it's really hard to get that consistently set up, where you can just sort of skip it all. The gap jumps are definitely really fun to watch, though, when they're executed. Like, you feel so cool doing it. So I totally get that, Dragon Master. Do you have a favorite track? I suppose this goes for people in the call, too. Do you have an outright favorite
Well,
track?
that's not the course I wanted to pick.
That's a good fun.
Uh-oh.
That's a simple one. Like, all things considered, simple tracks in Mario Kart are not bad. People just like other tracks more. Favorite track is hard to
Yeah.
pick, yeah. Like a top, how about this? Are there any tracks you consider like top tier? You know, you don't have to like pick between one, but you can choose multiple S tier, so to speak.
Or any tracks you consider bad, like Skyrise Hot Sunday
Or Baby Park. Just my
or Baby Park.
Baby Park. Oh God.
Ugh. It's fun for. It's only fun in the GameCube version. That's my hot take, where you have the whole
Ooh,
fun
That's
items.
big.
yeah, where the items can go over the middle barrier.
Yeah. And then you have the unique items as well. Where it's like it only works there.
Yeah. I know in like Double Dash with Bowser's special item, you get like just a giant shell.
A giant shell.
Oh, for
And
fuck's
then
sake.
DK has a giant banana.
But like with that giant shell, it can go over the middle lane in Baby Park.
Yep.
That makes it absolutely nuts. I'm really into the hard track with lots of turns. Yeah. Those are always really fun. Like, the ones that require a lot of technical skill are always really cool to race on. I am partial to, like, the ones that are very simple but have a lot of different paths that could be taken. Like, here's a spicy take, maybe. I think Mario Circuit GBA, like, the one in Shell Cup, is, like, a top 10 track in this game.
Oh yeah, you love that track.
It's just a really good, consistently interesting track that is simple enough for people to play, but has a lot of ways to play it. It doesn't feel overly gimmicky. It feels like it's a great track to introduce people to Mario Kart beyond, like, Mario Kart Stadium, because there's, like, less of the anti-gravity gimmick, which is maybe can be a little confusing at first.
True. Yeah, I agree with you. I think some people, like, I don't know, because simple doesn't always necessarily mean boring or unenjoyable to play.
Neo Bowser City, Mount Wario, Yoshi Circuit, Dragon Driftway, Mute City, Donut Plane 3, Music Park, Big Blue, Shroom Ridge, Waluigi Pinball are my S tier stages. Shroom Ridge, I am so impressed with its, like, you know, glow up, basically. Because on the DS, it was just...
No.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm playing chicken with a blue shell.
Damn it. Fire it, Aaron. Fire it. Fire it.
Then you're gonna fire one at me?
No, I didn't have one. You literally held... You could have gotten first place.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize that we were approaching the finish line. I'm sorry. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad, Voltage. Don't be mad. Please don't be mad. Please don't be mad. Please don't be mad. Please don't be mad. I know, and then you would have gotten first. Oh no, I ruined everything. Oh no, I'll see myself out. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I know that I'm epic. No, I never saw.
Epic.
Yeah, I never saw a difference between the 0G stuff. Yeah, I feel that. It's just like a little weird. If you have people who are like doing the turning stuff, yeah, Electrodrome is good too. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with you there, Dragon Master of Evil. And Rainbow Road 8. Rainbow Road 8's pretty good. I like Rainbow Road 7 more than 8, I think.
Rainbow Road 8 just isn't very colorful to me. It's very gray because it's a space station, so I'm just like, not the most interesting.
I'm gonna try and do a thing in like time trials mode here. I'll share my screen with you all so you can like see if you want. I'm gonna try to do the trick. I think is if it's possible. I'm gonna try to do that Yoshi Circuit trick. Shroom. I'll try it with a shroom and I'll try it. Sure. Yeah. Waterfall cut. Yeah. I'm gonna try that right now. No shroom. I'll try it. Why not? Sure.
It's very interesting that like the 0G stuff was like the whole selling point for 8, and then like it wasn't very used often in 8, and the DLC tracks that we're getting now, Boo Lake is like the only course I've seen use zero gravity.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have it from the wrong angle. I have it from the wrong
like,
angle. Yeah, like this. I remember going to a Best Buy and playing the demo for this game, and and like thinking, how do I know it's 0G? It's weird that I don't even feel like I'm on the other side. Yeah. Let me figure out where it is. The spot needs to be, because it's like It's like right here, if you can get it. I think. I have not done it shroomless in a very long time, if at all. Maybe not with
I
this
didn't even know
setup.
you could do the shroomless.
It's really hard, but you can do it. You have to, like, hop and hop. You have to go, like, 1, 2, so you minimize the amount of time you have on the ground. Yeah. I hate that Nintendo was basically like, nope to recovering my save when I bought, like, a new Switch. Yeah, that was really annoying, too. Like, nothing carried over. That's also very
I'm a
annoying.
little annoyed that the one, like, tunnel shortcut you would go off the map for in the Double Dash isn't in this game.
Yeah.
In this course anymore.
You have to
Oh,
get
such
2
a
hops
cool
and trick
shortcut.
off the jump. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm trying to get the trick. Alright, here we go. Nope. I did have distance there, but not the trick, unfortunately. This reminds me of, like, the Dino Jungle 7 mud cut, where if you jump over the mud while you carry a mini turbo in, you have to go wide off the drift. Yeah. Here we go. We'll get it a little bit yet. Here we go. Oh, fuck, I almost got it.
Ah,
That was close.
Almost got it. Almost got it. Oh, shit. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I gotten the trick.
I'm trying to do it now.
Yeah, the race is on. And I question how I used to be able to do it so well. Probably just muscle memory, you know? I mean, like, between that, it's like, you have to keep practicing skills, obviously, and, like, you know, if you don't do something for a while. It's just a matter of, like, finding the right way to do it. Like, once I figured out the Maka Woohoo shortcut in 7, or the DK jungle cut in 7, with, like, the respawn glitch, it's just muscle memory.
Oh no, that wasn't it.
We'll try it for a little bit yet. It's not easy, though. I definitely agree.
I feel like I got close to my first attempt because I did a trick off the ramp, and I'm not close at all.
Now you're regressing. And I was doing it while jumping across the water. I feel like I'm taking it at too much of an angle, you know? We'll see. And I was doing it while...
That's Kamek's horn sound. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
It's the way he talks in Yoshi's Island.
It's so cute. I love little references like that.
Yeah, it's good.
it
They're
is really cute.
they're really, you know, I wonder what they're gonna do for the next one. You have to go straight at it. Yeah.
Yeah, the next one is the last wave, so I really hope it's better than the... It's like... This most recent wave wasn't great for me, personally.
Yeah, it was only mediocre. I think there were some really good tracks, but then, like, they whiffed on a couple.
Yeah. The new characters were nice. That's a nice addition. I like that.
See, I don't really care about new characters.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I had the speed on that one. Yeah, the new characters don't really do much for me. Like,
Yeah.
okay, PD. But hey, if you really want to be people in Yoshi Circuit, just do the Bullet Bill extension. Yeah. Man. Yeah, this is... Props to you for trying to work on this. This is not easy.
Yeah, I don't understand it at all.
Ooh. I feel like I'm further than I think I am. You know, like I think that I'm close, but then also I just keep making similar mistakes, and it's hard to know how close you are to the correct way to do it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty tricky.
It's not easy.
It ain't easy.
Being cheesy. Alright, here we go. That was not it.
I feel like my speed instantly dies when I hit the grass.
Yeah. It's like I need off-road tires, but that would be dumb. Because your speed, you need to maintain it. You explicitly need to get 2 hops. Oh, that was close. It was closer. Didn't get the trick, though. I keep not getting the trick. Yeah. I feel that. Here we go. Ooh, that was close-ish, but not quite. We're making it. We're progressing. Here we go.
Well, that was close, I think. I just didn't do the 2 hops.
I can mostly do it with a single jump and then trick, but I feel that. This is exactly how I feel.
Oh, that was so close. I think I'm getting it. The plan is formulating.
If I'd gotten the trick there, I would have had it. I just jumped a little too early on the first jump, and as a result, I jumped too early on the second. Almost. Almost. I'm gonna just say almost every minute for the next, like, 3 minutes. Ooh, that was closer. Respawn me over here. That's, like, almost it. Maybe I need to change a character. Who are you using? Because I don't know who the character that mainly is able to do this is, to be fair. Baby Peach Biddy Buggy is not going to work out. It's possible.
I've been doing Shy Guy Biddy Buggy, and I've been feeling close.
On 150?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll just go full meta, yeah. Yoshi Bitty Buggy? Is that the meta mode? Which I can definitely do this, like, with a shroom, no problem. Let's see here. With a shroom, it looks like this. Wow! I did it! No, but I don't have that.
Wow, you're so cool and talented. You did the trick shroomless.
I'm so epic, dude. I'm so flames.
Oh, that was so close. If I got the trick, I would have gotten it. I'm so mad.
I'm gonna look at the DK Summit little skip here. Because that's always fun to do too, and we didn't do a DK Summit race.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't. I didn't realize that, but yeah.
I didn't realize that either.
Here we go. Burning DK.
I keep forgetting that DK Summit's not in base 8, because I feel like it is.
It's in
It's
what?
not Mario.
Oh, yeah. Base 8, yeah. Sorry, my math brain came in for a second, was like, base 8? What do you mean base 8 in this game?
No, we're not going into the hex decimal right now.
It's not. It's binary to the fourth.
Ah, yes, of course.
Oh,
What?
first try. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh.
First try shroomless. Let's go. Except
Damn.
then my remainder of the lap is just hell on earth. That's fine.
It evens out.
I'll have to get that clip. But yeah, there it is. First try, double cut, shroomless on 150. It's not as easy as I made it look.
You're just that good.
Yeah. Because that usually is what happens.
That makes sense.
Usually you just fly off the rails and it's no good. But sometimes you get a little fun.
You get a little fun. You have a good time.
You get a little sillies. You do the silly thing.
Woo!
Alright, here we go. I'll do it one last time, see if I can get it. Yeah, okay, sure. It was a little slow, but gets the point across. Because the way to do is release the drift before the first jump and then start left drift. Yeah, most likely. So yeah, that's the DK double thing. A lot harder to do on Wii, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
Wii's
is-
physics are also just very funky.
Did someone say funky?
Funky Kong.
Release
I
Great
love
the-
how
minds think alike.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see, what else? What other silly business is there? You'll have a low jump? Yeah. Oh, I wonder... I'm gonna try doing the Mushroom Gorge gap jump just because... On Shy Guy Falls. We'll do that. We'll do one more after this. It'll be good. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll try to get that Shy Guy Falls, but I cannot promise that because that is a not easy one. I have tried doing the Shy Guy Falls shroomless. Alright, I'm gonna try to get the gap jump. Yep, that's the gap jump. Like how I started a whole practice session. Honestly, I've just been dinking around in Mario Kart. Like, I just like playing 8. You know, it's a fun game, so
Fun, yeah.
I don't mind. I definitely don't I'm not gonna pretend like I am a god gamer of 8, you know, like Okay, well, you can do it with 2, that's for sure. But I'm not gonna pretend like I am the greatest Mario Kart 8 racer on the planet. I don't even play online, like, ranked, just because, like, I don't know, I have better things to do. I'll do Shy Guy Falls. But I played a lot of 7. And I played a lot of Wii. So that's kind of where... I didn't do, like, clan races in Wii, but I did look into them at one point, so... I didn't end up doing them, though. Let me make sure I'm, you know, racing properly into, like... Here we go. Alright, now if I recall, it's gonna be right around here. Yeah, and you gotta... It's basically doing this bit without a mushroom.
Oof.
Yeah, it's not easy. You have to, like, jump twice. And the annoying part is it's late in the lap, too, so you can't even, like, start over. Gotta be a bit wider on that. Yeah, just a little bit. It's a single jump, then a trick. Yeah. Barth Voltage. Thank you so much, Luke. How are you? I hope you are well. Me? I am going to take out my contacts in a little bit. And then turn on our air conditioning, because it's hot. Tired
Yeah,
from
it
work.
is really hot for you when you're streaming.
It does get a little hot.
In the office.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done this one. Or multiple jumps if you need to. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done this one. That's okay. That's why we're trying it. Here we go. Ooh, that was close. That was very close, actually. Or closer than I anticipated. Here we go. I just force of habit restart too, just because, like, again, in previous games where I was messing around trying to get tricks in time trials, whenever you fell off, you just lost all your mushrooms. I'm very used to that when it comes to time trials, so I just, like, restart out of force of habit when practicing. Here we go. Hee there, I did it. See, look, I'm so cool.
Hell yeah.
No, I didn't do it. Here. I'm all right at the start of the lap. I'll do it again.
Listen, babe, I'm ready to lie and just support you. Whatever you need.
Thanks, babe.
It's your birthday weekend.
Thanks, babe. Very cool. Honestly, like, I know that it's just like a fun idea to try and, like, see if it's possible to do, like, just where I'm at with Mario Kart 8.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
like, I don't know, doctor the footage.
It's fun to just see what you can do.
Yeah.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, it'll be fine. They just won't be able to tell. We'll just we'll splice the footage in, you know, like all good speedrunners do.
Exactly.
Hee. Alright, one last attempt.
Okay.
One last guard.
Give it a good go.
Give it a good
the old
one.
college try.
I'm on. Here we are. Let's do this. Here we go. All right.
How about that one more try?
No, I know my limit. I said that was gonna be my limit, and it is, because we've been going for a little bit now, and I am getting tired just because, like, I didn't sleep that much last night, so we are probably gonna wrap it up here. Dragon Master Beevil, thank you for, like, getting me to try these things, because honestly, I haven't done them in a very long time. And it was good to, like, you know, try. Even if I didn't succeed, like, I can come back and try again, so...
Yeah,
that's,
and I haven't even done any of this kind of lapping and tracks, so trying to do the Yoshi circuit skip was really fun. Even if I didn't get it.
Yeah, it was cool. So I'm gonna send you all to Cry. Cry's just playing Final Fantasy 11 online, so we're gonna send you all to Cry. Let's see. I don't know. I don't have a raid message at this point in time, but that's fine. We'll just send you all there. It'll be all good. We're gonna raid Kreshulvo and just like say hello.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. Just say hi. Just say hello to him. Cry's cool. Good friend of mine. But until then, thanks for tuning in. See you Monday for Bug Fables, the finale of Bug Fables. That's right. That's right. Until then, hasta la vista.
Wow.
Thanks for tuning in.